minus all the, I don't talk about the like
personal life.
Yeah, personal life and all that other shit. Talk about the music and talk about creativity. You are hard pressed to find a producer that could fuck with Kanye West.
He's a talented motherfucker.
He's nice. He's nice, bro. He's nice. He's nice.
What about rap? Do you
say what you want to say?
It's almost like handicapping it when you say producer.
Say what you want to say. Then you got to argue him, Drake. You got to argue like all the things.
We do that too.
No, I put the best thing together.
I produced a great project.
I'm talking about like me and No ID is like almost damn near best friends. Look at all the things that went into that. You see what I'm saying?
A lot of work to go into it besides just writing
of
around.
Course. And the same way we in this barbershop and we could argue amongst ourselves and we all have different opinions, there's a lot of shit that you be like, nah, I ain't with the red hat, bro.
How'd you feel about that?
I don't fuck with that.
I mean, we all make mistakes.
It don't take away from the music.
Joe Budden, we all make mistakes.
That's something outside the music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the music. But I started this thing by telling you I'm birthed by people that's with revolutionary. So if you're talking about that red hat, no, I would die for that. Easily. I'm already done. I got a grandson already. My legacy lives forever. I got 4 children. But I don't play with that. We ain't playing with the freedom of black people.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard. Told Jim I need a bomb I could drop on you niggas. Bad boy, I'm never gonna stop for you niggas. I don't give a fuck who you got as the illest. I solidify my spot with gorillas. Now I'm rock with you niggas.
As a director, the reason that we love directors or love film or, you know, me and my dude James, the dude that just did Harder They Fall, we have a lot of discussion about like camera angles and, you know what I mean, things like that. And it's like the reason we love Hitchcock is because he created suspense through edits.
Right.
So you're directing the person's view.
Yeah.
In this, they could look anywhere. So something could be happening, they could be looking over there. So something gotta draw their attention to whatever you want them to look at.
But that's what I'm saying, is there's gotta be like a trigger, like all of us sitting in a room, right? And then somebody starts talking over there. So whoever's watching is naturally gonna look at the person, and then some shit just comes out here, and by the time you turn around, it's like, oh, like the 360 horror videos, it's a
some of them that's good, some of them that's good, and some of them that's corny, but it's like, that's the sound is a big thing of it, of like drawing people's attention with sound. Because if a gunshot go off or some shit happen, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna like look. But it's hard to tell a story sometimes on subtle things because you can't direct exactly where the viewer look at.
I would love to write a movie in one room.
It's something if you figure out, bro. Like,
they did that
everybody's
before.
trying to figure this shit out.
No, I mean 360, where you constantly direct people's attention.
But could you do Usual Suspects, where if we see from the beginning that it's homeboy, you know what I'm saying? It messes the whole movie up. We gotta wait till the end until he's like, okay, yeah, Kaiser Soze. I am Kaiser Soze, and he starts walking straight, and you're like, oh, nah, no way. And then you go back and think about the wall and the cup and the, you know what I'm saying? So that's the part of that that's
perfect
hard.
scenario. Bunch of people locked in a cell, don't know how they got there. One of them throughout trying to figure out how they got there, one of them starts to feel sick. This nigga's infected with something. He starts changing. He changes into whatever, attacks the next person, the rest of them help him kill him, but one of them get bit. And like it's like you sitting in a room and it's like a countdown for everybody. You know what I mean?
That happened.
That could be some shit where motherfuckers would just be like this the whole time, like,
who got
yo, I think this nigga's about to change. You know what I mean? Crazy shit.
Now, if you it's something to, you know, it's new, is wide open. Because again, what I'm telling you is that there's none, like not even 0.00001% of urban content in this world.
Is that why that digital rapper thing was hitting so well?
FM MECC?
No. The reason number one that got so much backlash is people are like, you can't take our art and think that an algorithm is going to be able to do that. Number one.
Right.
Number two is he came out with a racial slur. You know what I'm saying? So then that is just like off top.
Yeah.
Like, nah, we're not jacking that.
And then they jerked the guy who was doing the voice.
Yeah. So it's parts of that. It's parts of that. You gotta understand what's going on. You gotta understand what's going on right now. If MIT has a program that says, okay, we're gonna feed this program every jazz record that has ever existed from the time of record, which is not a long time. From the time of recorded music, it's really only 100 years.
100 years.
Of that. And then I can then tell the program, give me a song, create a song. And I want it to be 20% Coltrane. I want it to be 30% Monk. I want it to be 50%, pick whoever, Bird, whoever you want to do. And I want it in the style of this person, and you can start to create music that way.
Can it do
Fucks
it?
with you?
Yeah, it does.
Yes, hell
Because here's the point. The point is that every time that music changes, it's somebody sitting down and going, this has never been done before, let me try it this way.
Right.
Or it doesn't take into account, this is played out to the people right now because they've been listening to this for so long, let me go here. I may be tapping into something old, but because the people have never heard this, so it takes away human creativity. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. No matter what, when you program something, it is in a language that is zeros and ones.
Right.
You know how there's an infinite amount of space between 0 and 1.
Of course. Is there any?
That's what your brain.
Yeah, but
you understand what I'm saying?
Do you
When there's
believe
an infinite amount
only
of
human
space?
beings could tap into that?
No. I'm saying human beings have to. What you're doing is you're analyzing something,
Right.
and you're saying all of these things that we've created so far, but that's just your base of what can be the creative. You're not making something new that doesn't exist. That's like me saying, like, it's a bunch of ways I could look at this. When I say there's an infinite amount of space between 0 and 1, you can go to 0.5, and then you can go to 0.25, and you can keep breaking that down and there's no quantization in human thought.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's one of the things that we are stuck in now with, like, go to political systems. We have things that we worship because of the fact that they have been established before. So we are now in 2022 thinking only capitalism, communism, socialism. Yeah, it's like 5 things. Where's the new thing that we made up? Because we analyze what's going on right now. We say this is what's best for the people. Boom, boom, boom. It don't have to have that old name. It can have whatever name. It don't have to have a name.
Right.
It could just be whatever. That's what I'm saying. You're not adding on. The thing of the gods was to add on. Once you memorize everything, then what good is that? I seen, quote, mad plus degrees, lip fixing ass can't feed their own seeds. You see what I'm saying? That jizzle line mean that. That's like, yo, you just memorizing the information, you're not using it.
Right.
That's what technology
That's what I
is.
mean.
It sterilizes what we do.
But it's not that.
Not in
it's how you use it. It's how you use
No, I'm
it.
talking
bro.
about as far as the FM MECC thing was concerned.
Yeah.
Once you
I'm
develop
just
an
saying,
algorithm for
but
something,
watch what you say when you say technology. Because of this. Because people will put technology to a computer. The wheel is technology. A hoe is technology. The reason that human beings on this planet are further than every other organism on the planet is tools.
Yeah.
no doubt.
And that's technology.
But I've also come to understand that the goal of technology is to remove human. What's the word I'm looking for?
No.
Yes.
No, it's not.
No. There's no piece of technology that does not, if it improves the human condition, which it can do.
Bro, you sitting on you listen to me. This is why and I will let you finish. I will let you finish. I will let you I will let you finish.
You know where you going with this.
No. I will let you finish, but what I'm saying to you is right now, you're sitting in a chair, You're wearing sneakers. You have on shorts. You have lights in here. You have a fan because of the temperature. Right now, there's air conditioning going on. All of this is improving. You're looking at a clock that's telling you what time it is. All of it improves the human condition. It's how you use it. It's like money. It's like anything else. Money could be used for the most negative thing in the world, or money could be used for the most positive thing in the world. Technology in and of itself is just the advancement of tools. That's all it is. But what I'm saying to you is that go back to the political system. It don't matter. If the heart of the man is not right or woman is not right, it doesn't matter if you're talking about
any policy they come up with.
Any system itself is going to get corrupted if your heart is not right. If I'm not using this for the betterment of humanity, this is me as a kid watching Star Trek. And I'm like, yo, you know what? Gene Roddenberry got to the point where he was just like, yo, let's skip past all of it. Money doesn't exist there. People ain't fighting for food. You can walk up to the wall and just press in whatever you want. So what's the purpose? Okay, the purpose is to get better at whatever that thing is that you do.
It's set to improve the human condition. That was the first thing I said. But also, I'm not lost on the fact that one of the purposes of technology is to remove human. There's a word right there that I can't get to.
Human what?
I'm trying. If I could get to this one word, human, not assistance, not human. When human involvement.
Involvement in what?
Depends on what.
Depends on what we're talking about.
Okay, let me go all the way back. Let's go back to the Luddites. You know what the Luddites are?
Okay.
You know the Luddites, right? So, back when people performed music live.
I don't know the Luddites.
Me neither.
I'm gonna explain it to you, but I'm gonna bring it to why technology and why people fight
filming?
it.
Long time.
Why people fight it. The Luddites is like when you, as Math Hoffa back in the 1700s, were performing, the only way that I could entertain or to even see you is to come to a amphitheater. Right? Then somebody creates this thing called the phonograph. There's a way for me to record your voice through technology onto a piece of a cylinder. Because back then it wasn't even phonograph. You know what I'm saying? It was metal.
Metal cylinders with like...
Cool. So the Luddites was the first people that was like, yo, if I record my voice on this, why would people... It's going to kill my business. Why would people come see me live if they could just listen to me every day by putting this thing on the thing? And they like, yo, you're not seeing that this is a whole other revenue stream for you. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not the technology. Everywhere we go, technology is gonna keep going. And one thing is you can't fight it. It's already here.
I'm never trying to fight
Right,
it.
no, right. But what I'm saying is every time that we flip, we find a new way to draw a revenue stream out of whatever it is. If we was an agricultural society and the money came from you plant this thing, you pull it out. You know what I'm saying? You sell it. Cool. People move to cities. Now, we go to Industrial Revolution. We make machines that can do that way faster. And people will go, oh, what happened to my job? Okay, well, your new job is this.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. No, it happened. It happened already.
No. Hopefully you've adapted to the technology fast enough to have a new job. But earlier on, out of your own, from that chair, from that guy sitting right there.
Yes, sir.
How are we gonna sell records when records is free? A lot of people got caught in that undertow and never made it out.
They did, but what you gotta say?
That's not even see this, and this is where we're not fighting because I agree with you.
Okay.
I'm pointing out the downsides of rapid technology on the human condition.
Right.
There are plenty of us.
I don't think that's
Right, let me say what I'm saying.
It is fair. Why it's not fair.
I understand what you're saying.
Why it's
Let me
not
say what I'm saying.
fair. Because then, real shit, if you with that line of thinking, this show doesn't exist. This show does not exist. With the camera, with Ghost doing this 360 camera,
that's not true. That's not true. That's
Hold on,
not true.
Mac, but let me address what he said. Let me address what you said.
Live in front of a bunch of people.
Hold on, let me address what you're saying.
That's what a tour is, bro.
Mac, you know what you sound like to me? The dude that says, I used to make 8 tracks.
Yeah.
And this new thing called cassettes. This new thing called cassettes came out. Guess what? If you don't switch your business to making cassettes, then you lost. Guess what? Hold on. The cassette dude is like, yo, this is new thing called CDs. And if you don't switch a bit now, let's get into it. We used to sell music. We don't do that no more. Now the music is streamed. If you don't adjust your business model to understand that no longer am I coming to you and saying your album is the center of the focus. We used to do tour support. We used to do all these other things to focus you to the album, to buy this thing that at one point cost $9.99, and when we got drunk in the music business, it cost $18.99.
Yeah, right.
That was the height of it, right? Cool, that doesn't exist anymore. Do you know do you know what the revenue from the music business was last year? We're in the billions and billions and billions. Hold on. So, again, when I said that thing about how we're gonna sell it when it's free, let's go through the whole thing. The first thing that happens is we have a website that comes out that's putting everybody's music up. What does the music business do? Fight that website. And we tried to sue them. That was called Napster.
Right.
What the music business did not realize is that in tech, when you see the threat, you buy it.
Yeah.
Simple. It was they could have did exactly what everybody else do. When Instagram saw a threat, get this little college dude $20 million.
Snapchat, whatever, let's buy it.
And incorporate this into what we do. You could have bought it, but you spent mad money on legal fees, At the same time, while your boat is sinking, here comes this dude and he's like, yo, I got it. I'm gonna save everything. I got this thing called iTunes. Steve Jobs was a genius. What that did, number one, was break the album up so that now this person can only buy a song, if they want to, just 99 cents, I'm gonna buy a song.
Right.
What it also did, and that's a whole other deeper thing I'm not gonna get into, it breaks my contract because my contract is based off of an album.
Right.
They never told me, we never had a discussion of you putting Freeway's video on iTunes and people are paying 99 cents. His contract doesn't, the video was a budget cost to me. If I do what we do, that's $300,000 that I'm giving to somebody, and it's a marketing thing.
Marketing promo budget.
It's a marketing and promo thing. Right. So now, we never had a discussion. You have this video on iTunes, and people are paying 99 cents for it. That's not a Freeway contract.
Who gets the money?
The record company gets the money.
Okay, I'm saying
but I'm saying these are things that we had to figure out in real time.
You get that you're making my point, though.
No, but I'm getting to the point.
Okay.
Let's get all the way to streaming. We get to a point where it's just like, after you break up my album, after it's that, my daughter comes to me and is like, why do they even make CDs anymore? Why am I even using space on my phone to download these songs? I should just be able to stream it. Okay, cool. Streaming companies come in. There's only a certain amount of money that a streaming company is gonna make per month. And this is another thing that people should know. When they be putting up these numbers and being like, yo, iTunes is this and Spotify is that, it changes every month. Every single month.
Why is that?
I'm gonna explain it perfectly to you. There's a great dude, what's his name? Jeff something. I'm gonna think of it before I finish. The reason is because, say I'm Spotify, I start a company, right? I make my money every month off of subscriptions and advertisements. That fluctuates every month.
Right.
Some subscribers don't subscribe. Some people are pre-wall.
It's like
some people
YouTube.
are post-wall.
But I'm
saying it's a specific company that the advertising dollar that you brought in last month may not be this month. Last month, your dude could have rocked and he brought in a whole lot of advertising. They're required to pay a certain percentage of that to the artist. Cool.
What percentage?
30.
Do they do that?
Now, hold on. Just let me explain it to you. They have two different tiers. There's pre-wall and there's post-wall.
Pre-wall being?
I don't have to pay, which means you get commercials.
Right.
Post-wall means I don't get no commercials.
Right.
Right?
Subscription.
Cool. And I can count on that amount of $9.99 per month.
And that's
times
wall,
that by,
W-A-L-L, pre-wall,
when I say pre-wall, I'm saying pre-you paying.
Okay.
It's a paywall. That's what we call pre-wall. It's a paywall. Like I can hear certain music, but then I gotta wait for commercials and all that. You know what I'm saying? If I pay,
I don't have to hear the commercial. Got you.
I can go straight to the music.
I'm just getting
Cool.
the terminology.
Now, when this first gets set up, it's like, okay, we're gonna do the. Now, again, the record companies this time are not stupid, because people think like, oh, the record company's dumb and da da da. No, they not. All right, cool. This comes about, and they buy a certain percentage of it. You see what I'm saying? We're not gonna do the Napster thing again. We're gonna buy a certain percentage of these streaming companies so that we're in business with them and do what we do. Cool. The problem is that one, theoretically, and follow me on this, theoretically, they have to pay a certain amount out. There are 60,000 songs that get uploaded to Spotify every single day.
That seems like a low number.
60,000
He's just Spotify.
a day. I'm just using Spotify
seems
as
like
an
it should be
example.
higher.
No. But what I'm telling you is,
Yeah.
imagine the amount. So there's only a limited number of human beings on the earth that could possibly subscribe to this thing. Theoretically, the more songs and the more songs and the more songs, that's when it's gonna be 0.000000000000001.
One.
Because the Motown catalog is never coming off of there. James Brown is never coming off of there. Bob Marley is never coming. You're just gonna keep
JayZ
adding on
never
to these
come on.
songs.
Right.
It's impossible. So I like the model where it's just like, yo, if I stream Smoke DZA my whole month, he should get my $9.99. Or at least a strong percentage of it. That's the model that kind of works. But again, this is companies that's coming in and these is not dudes that's like, yo, I want to destroy the record, but they looking at
What does the play equal?
it depends every month what a play equals.
So, all right, again,
very
because that's where I feel like the robbery comes in.
No.
He just
listen to me,
explained the
listen,
robbery.
No.
Listen to what I said.
If I pay $9.99,
listen to what I said. Listen to
and
what
I play
said.
Smoke DZA shit all month, why doesn't he get my subscription?
He just
Listen,
said it.
because I said it. I started
zero,
with,
zero, zero.
we no longer sell music. The $9.99 that this fan or person is playing, no, it is to access your server.
Okay, access your.
Very simple. You have a server that has all the music on it.
Right.
I'm paying $9.99
Access
to
your
access your server. That's it. I don't physically own it. The minute that $9.99 is there, I no longer have access. That's what it is. And I've done all the deals. And you could say, like, yo, I'm not with this. You gotta have a strong enough fan base that if you set up a website, that they're gonna come and do what it do. That's the problem. So theoretically, with the streaming is we don't sell the music. Streaming is the advertisement for whatever else you're doing with the music.
So why aren't streaming sites the new labels?
Because they can't pick the talent. When you say a label, let's be specific about Ruben Vincent. The artist that me and Knife have identified and said, yo, I like this kid, he can rap. Let's make the album, man. I'm not just gonna have you out here just rapping. We're gonna make the album. There's the thing that people complain about. There's no artist development no more. Ruben, come to LA. Live with me. Let's make these records. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Now, the part that I don't necessarily do, I got 2 females inside of Rock Nation that are murdering right now. I got an A&R that like goes to bat for this kid and just like puts him in the best positions, you know, go to the Sony writing camp and go to this and go to that. A streaming company they don't even know how to pay the writers. They can't do that. They can't develop this kid. This is the thing that like is new. They're not even paying the writers, bro.
But the game is rigged.
No, it is, but at the end of the day, you got to decide where you're gonna play. It's not rigged. It's just what it is.
All right.
Why
You're
you say
saying
it's
that?
rigged?
Hold on. You said because
It's not rigged. It's just what it is.
if Drake does an Apple deal, I could be listening to Wu-Tang. Guess where the music is going to end up on?
No. If Drake does an Apple deal, what's wrong with that? What's
No,
wrong?
no,
What's wrong
I'm
with
not
him
saying
going-
nothing wrong with it, but I'm saying this is why I'm saying the
Well,
game.
why
the
can
game
Drake
is
do?
rigged.
Why
If
can
he-
Drake do? Why, the better question is why can Drake do the
Because
Apple
he
did?
has the leverage.
No, why?
Because he gets a lot of.
No. Why?
He's popular.
Because he's produced a lot
Lot
of
of-
things that when I look at something, this is all
resume.
Thank you. It's all in a betting game. It's like, yo, if I give you, let me put it this way. I'm some kid and I walk down the street and I say, Math Hoffa, I'm nice at potting. You should put me on your network and do. It's a gamble on whether or not you want to mess with him.
I can't.
It doesn't matter. The point is that if he come to you with that, you got to take a bet. Maybe you look at him and be like, yo, he is nice. He may fit a demographic that I don't touch. And I may develop him, I may do, it's still a gamble. What did y'all say? Like,
Go.
it's the money.
If I hear a record 50 times, back in the days, you
Of
used to hear a
course.
record 50 times.
Of course.
On the radio. First time you
What
heard
did
it,
that
you
person
didn't really like
go
it.
through
But now
to
you're
get
hearing
it to the point where the
You hear
person
it
said,
so
I'm
much.
willing to put the money behind it to pay for the thing that plays it 50 times?
Now, how often have you been streaming music and it ends up on a song that don't really have anything to do with the artist that you listen to?
That's another part of what the game is.
But that's why I say the game is rigged.
No.
How does it get there?
No. But listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. Do you think everybody that plays on West 4th deserves to be in the NBA?
No.
Why?
Because they're playing on West 4th.
No. I'm asking you from their talent level.
Laws of average.
Their
all of them
talent
is not
level.
good.
Do you think?
No,
let me ask a basketball.
But it takes more than talent
I've
to get in the
I've
NBA.
learned to argue through questions.
Right.
So let me ask you another question. Do you think that the people on West 4th have the talent to play with people in
Yes.
the NBA?
Some of them do.
Some of them.
Thank you.
Yes, some of them do.
What's stopping them from doing that?
The right connections, the right decisions.
Thank you.
To
Right.
put them in the right place so they can shine.
They may not be able to deal with the groupies.
They
They
didn't
may
go
not
to the
mess
right
with the
school.
coach.
Oh,
They
right.
didn't go to the
Go to
right
right
school.
You might have drug habits, you never know.
But they
Right.
nice as
You
hell.
just answered your own question.
How did I answer
Influence,
my own
Because you going off of talent and saying, yo, I know that this record is dope. Yeah, there's a lot other things that come into it other than just this is dope.
Record being dope.
No, but that's not my point. My point is, if I own Apple Music and my nephew wants to rap,
That's a different thing.
I could rig the game.
Yeah, you could. Of course you could. That's a different thing. That's not what I'm talking about. We're talking about the majority of music that's out there. We're talking about what these streaming services are.
But
I said number
just
one.
wanna get Guru.
No. of
Young
course.
Guru is here.
Yeah.
Can the game be rigged?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's
fight-
all I'm
the
That's
saying.
fight
any
is fixed.
game.
So
That's
I'm
any
saying,
game.
yeah.
No. Listen to me. Listen to me. I do music.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Howard. I got a bunch of brothers that do a bunch of million different things.
Right.
I got a brother that like works in construction. I don't mean construction like he's just building stuff. I mean he owns the whole company. And on his level, he's like, yo, man, I see all these white dudes in DC getting the $10 million joint, and they reducing me to the like $500,000 joint. Yes, the game is rigged. You know why? Because that person's son went to school with that person. Of course it is.
Yeah.
So what we gonna do? We gonna talk about how it's rigged, or we gonna talk about how to fix it or how to get around
How do you
it?
fix it?
How you fix it is
By us doing the same thing.
You create leverage.
no, listen to what I'm saying.
All right.
There's a bunch of ways to fix it. You either opt into it's so many ways I could go right now that's beautiful. This is the ultimate black person question in this country.
Okay.
And it goes even further than Malcolm and Martin. It goes all the way back to Booker T and W.E.B. Du Bois. Do you opt into the system
And try and change it from the inside.
and try to change it from the inside, or do you opt out of the system
Try and
and just
destroy it
exist
from
over
outside.
here?
Yeah.
It depends on the condition.
Now, you can apply that to anything. So what I'm saying to you is I've worked with and we're gonna go back specifically to the music business. I've worked with all types of people. If I work with MF Doom, and he said, I don't care about radio. I don't care about none of that, to the point where I don't even care what people know what I look like.
Right.
I just want to feed my fans. I want to do these shows. And he lived a great life. God bless the dead. That was my brother.
Right.
And Past is a legend.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Past is an out-and-out legend.
What happens is a lot of times MCs do want the they want to walk through the club and they want other MCs to be like, oh, he's the illest and he got this record. Well, you know what? I could get you to that spot. But you got to be honest with me that you're getting it. Then there's certain things that we got to do that's like, you got to understand we not servicing just this small group of people. We servicing everybody.
And that's the part they don't want to hear.
And that's the part they don't want to hear.
They hate that part.
They can't stand that
That's
part.
how you fix it.
Because now you fucking with their artistic merit. Now they don't want it.
These motherfuckers hate rappers, bro.
No, I love rappers.
Niggas hate rappers, bro.
Matt, I swear to you, this is me. This might be me being super arrogant, but I'm telling you that if me and you sat in the studio, we could make probably the biggest record of your life. That you don't have to what I come in is like you don't gotta compromise who you are.
Right.
But I'm telling you what the biggest thing is for you to do right now to be in the space where I would look at like say you specifically. Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, yo, you know how many people love you from battles? Okay, you don't necessarily want to do the like 74 BPM what's going on right now. Even though I could hear you over a drill beat with real lyrics, there's still space for us to create things that could pop right now in the culture.
Right.
But I think people don't do that, they don't see the extra work that goes in. Like making the record is like 2 seconds of it.
Right.
It's like 2 seconds of it.
The easiest part.
Now, it actually is in the most fun. It's not only the easiest, it's the most fun. Now, are you willing to do the extra work that it takes to put this on every level? When I give you a sheet this thick that says, pause, you know what I'm saying? That says like, you gotta shout out these many DJs right now. You don't even know who they are. And I want everything. But this kid in Sandusky, Ohio is gonna be hyped when he get a drop from you.
Right.
When I told my Delaware dudes, I was like, yo, I'm coming on the show. They was like, Mav joint? That's how much people love you. You see what I'm saying? But it's a lot of work that goes into all the extra things that make a record pop. Like once I hand the record over, there's a whole machine. People be like, yo, the machine was behind. You goddamn right the machine was behind it.
Yeah.
You got that Ghost? You got that Ghost? Get this man on camera, Ghost, please.
You goddamn right the machine was behind it. Why would you not care that much about your music to not put a machine behind
I
it?
have no problem with that. It's a formula that works. Why would you be opposed to the winning formula?
I'm not saying that there's a formula because the thing changes, like time changes or whatever. But what I'm saying is, okay,
there are tools you
listen.
need.
Not even just me saying I'm arrogant and I know everything. I'm saying, yo, I'm taking it back to my artist. I sat with Ruben Vincent.
Yeah.
I made a record. I go now and I sit in the office and I'm like, Bianca, Cheyenne. They are now marketing. Their job is to wake up every day and what are the things that I could put this kid in every day that will get him in front of people? Eyeballs. Right. You know what I'm saying? I got Ruben Vincent on a Nike ad. He don't even have an album out. Do you think it's a reason why I'm like hitting whole vein? I'm like, yo, bro, I need you. You gotta manage me.
Why'd you need a manager?
Because it's things that you gotta like realize in you being creative and you having certain responsibilities that other people are number one, more connected than you. Because as much as people be like, oh, that's Hov, man, I'm not every day on the phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Connected to people. It's like my people is who I know and like I know everybody and everybody show respect. But I'm talking about the people who get the work done, who's sending the emails, who's doing the follow-ups, who's sending your, like...
Cross the T's, dot the I's, do the
that's why you need a backup.
jobs.
That's why, you know, one of the things, yo, this is my word. You know one of the things that fucked New York up, and I'm sorry to curse on him,
Oh, no,
I know
go
you
for
got it,
it.
you know what I'm saying?
The bag.
Was Yams dying.
You're the third person I heard say that.
Yams
why
dying.
everybody keep saying
Because-
that?
Because out of the next generation, we had our generation, and in our generation, you know what I'm saying, we had certain people, say a Irv, that was like, yo, connected with DMX, connected with Jay, connected with Ja. we used to make records with each other, you know what I'm saying, the Locks and everybody. Yams was the one who was gonna do it for the next generation. So imagine if Smoke DZA, the ASAP Mob, Flatbush Zombies, Joey Badass, Yams was the one that connected all of them.
Mm-hmm. Got you.
And that would have been the next New York.
Got you. The new New York.
The new New York. Where they would have realized that, like, the things that y'all talking about with these new things, DZA been doing that forever. He don't brag about it, but he like, yo,
He been from jump.
Ahead of his time.
Yeah.
in this lane forever. That's why me and him got an album together. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying?
How'd you bring the unit together, Hovain and Smoke? I've
No,
known them
DZA actually, to be honest with you, it happened randomly.
Yeah.
DZA saved me during COVID. He might not know that, but he saved me during COVID.
In what capacity?
Because I was like, all right, everything shut down. Everything that I do to generate money shut down.
Your revenue stream was...
Yo, bro, if I was one of these flossy, I'm buying everything, I wouldn't have survived. Because it was like, shows is gone. Tours is gone. You DJ in a club is gone. Nobody's really rushing to put out music, so nobody's really trying to get their songs mixed. Nope. You know what I'm saying? So boom, I'm in LA, but I'm cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm waking up every day, I'm going to work out, I go to Hoffa house for like 2 seconds, me and him work out. You know what I'm saying? We ain't really doing shit. And I go home at 2 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So DZA was the first one that when I got into my spot, he came through. He didn't even come through on no music. He came through on some, yo, I got a deal for you with somebody else in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Like he came through on some business. Like, yo, I got a deal for you. So I was just making a joint and it was just like, he started rapping and it was just like, oh, snap. And I was like, all right, cool. We made another one. And really, the whole album that we did might have took us like, if you take the actual time that it took, it might have took us 6 days. And then like one time, you know, he got other businesses and other things, so he had some of his people come through, you know what I'm saying, on the tree business. And I was like, oh, it's people in here. So that made me even iller on the beat. And then he just go in. And the joint, that's my favorite, that night was my favorite joint. So it was like, he set the vibe and like got me out of my like stump of like, I'm just here, cause COVID was the thing that was like.
Stopped everything.
It stopped everything and it made me just like dig into myself. Like I never stopped from 1992 to now, I never stopped. So I was just like, oh wow, I had to stop. And then death started happening.
Right. A
lot of death started happening. Like people just, for them it's a thing they put up, oh, this person died. No, I know that person.
Right, yeah.
I lost 23 people, bro.
It's crazy.
And my cousin fighting it literally right now.
I had suicides, I had like
Prayers up.
Yeah, those two.
everything, bro. I feel for you. And the one that really hit was when Chucky died. So it was just like, the dude I'm sitting here telling you put me on and was the best dude, and he died. And I'm like, nah. That's what I'm saying. DZA like kind of pulled me out of a lot of that because it was like the production and when we was coming to the crib and the conversations we having, and then as soon as we have a conversation, it's in the verse. And I was like, this dude really better than all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I was really on that type time. Like, yeah, nah, he like better than all of y'all. And then that's what Rhapsody come out, you know what I'm saying? And we working, and then Ruben come out, and I'm like, nah, stay here. Boom, and it got my apartment to the thing.
Back to that old feeling.
Right.
Of us waking up in the morning, I'm making the eggs and the bacon and the, you know what I'm saying? Like turkey bacon, by the way, you know what I'm saying? But I'm making, and then we read, like me and Ruben, we'll wake up and we'll read Art of War. And we just have a discussion about it. And
There's a purpose, there's an agenda.
Yeah, but what does this book mean to you? Does this apply right now in real life? And then real angles that people don't see, I'm trying to feed him. So we'll be playing chess, and as much as I love chess, then I'll be like, you realize that chess is a strategy game, not a life game.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean by that?
You could
right?
bluff your way through that shit.
No.
It's a metaphor.
No. It's a strategy game.
Yeah. The
And it's not a life game. I don't mean to offend people that play chess, because I love chess. But I'm trying to say to you, I'm like, when you play chess, everybody start out with the same pieces. That don't happen in real life. It's not a life game. There's no war where everybody has the exact same
pieces.
resources.
Right.
Number 2, I get to see every move you make. That doesn't
don't
happen in
either.
real life.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Number 3, every soldier, you're the general as the person moving the pieces. Every soldier does exactly what you tell them to do. They can't do anything else.
Deviate from the
That
plan
doesn't
that-
happen in real life. You know how many generals have told a soldier to do something, he do something else?
No, right. Facts.
4th, there's no emotion.
Because when you lose that piece,
No.
do you
You
feel
don't
it?
have to
no,
do
the
it.
points
There's
don't
no
get scared.
emotion.
No, but when you lose that,
I mean,
you're right.
Emotion is huge.
But
This is real.
Not the way I play. I'm
No,
just
this is
saying.
real. No. But Matt, what I'm trying to tell you is that you would never see this pawn taking out the king. But if you watch The Wire, Kennard took out Omar. Because the king looked over to the side, analyzed it, and was like, oh, it's a kid. And he got popped in his head.
Boom.
Because Kennard looked at him and was like, that's Omar? That's the dude that got the whole city shook? Chess don't have that in it.
A little bit. It
don't.
kinda does.
Nobody you obeying every rule. This thing can only move like this. No, the pawn can move however it want to move.
But-
Kennard can move however he wants to move.
you know what?
But
that's
this-
why I like checkers more.
There's certain traps
Argue
that you
your
can
point.
set that you're not
Argue
going
your
to see.
point. Argue your point.
There's certain traps that you can set that you're not going to see. Like if I'm pushing my pieces to the left, but I'm opening up
No, I
spaces
said
for
I
my...
said it's a strategy game.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
what happens now when you pushing that piece and that piece is in love with the chick from the other side?
That's what he said, no emotion.
There's no emotion.
Oh, all right,
That's what he said.
This is what I'm trying to tell you.
There's
This is what
emotion.
this is what
Most
everybody
niggas
has.
be in love with their queen.
No. What happens when
nigga.
what happens when this piece over here, an insignificant piece that you've been telling what to do, is in love with a piece from over there?
But that happens in chess.
It happens in real life.
Yeah, I used to play my son. First of all, somehow he went to school and convinced them to create a whole chess program
That's
and
dope.
all that shit.
That's dope. Yeah.
But every time he lost his queen, and this is how I know he was gonna be soft on women, it was like the game was over. So eventually I'd be like, all right, now I'm gonna sacrifice mine just to take yours out every time. So you learn how to play without it.
I get what you're saying.
You dig what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but in real life, people switch teams. People have different agendas. Like the real winner on The Wire is what's homeboy?
Marlo.
No.
Marlo went to
Slim is the winner on The Wire. Slim.
You don't think Marlo's a winner?
No, Slim is
Marlo
the winner.
went to
Slim is
jail.
the winner. Slim
No,
is the winner.
Marlo did not go to jail.
First of all, shout out to my homeboy
Marlo-
Big G,
Bro.
because Big G plays Slim on The Wire.
Right.
Big G is like a god in DC.
Right.
He's part of a go-go band, and he's like a super guy, but he plays Slim on The Wire. Slim is the winner because at the last scene, he's sitting there with Fat Face Rick, and they have the connect. Think about where he started at. He was a mid-level Barksdale dude, right?
I can't agree.
No, hold on, watch. He was a mid-level Barksdale dude. He works his way up. When the Barksdales go down, he goes over to Fat Joe. And he works his, I'm saying Prop Joe, right? He works his way all the way up with Prop Joe to be the number 2.
Right.
And then after Prop Joe gets killed, he now has the connect.
See,
How is he not the winner?
Yo, go, cause I'm gonna tell you something. I know you grew up, revolutionary. and
No,
shit.
how is he not the winner?
But from the street side of things, Marlo's the winner cause he got out the game and he was good.
No,
Nobody agree with that? Nobody agree with that?
No,
As long as you still in the game, you still.
The last scene tells you Marlo's not out the game. You know why? Because his draw is I still gotta punch this kid in the face because I am that. He's
And he
never
took
gonna be
the
out the
burner.
game. Marlo is never gonna be out the game. If we'd have had another season, Marlo is still in the game. Marlo is addicted to it. It's the same thing as
But now he's playing the legal game.
No, he's not.
He's about out.
No, listen to me. He's about to go through the same thing that Stringer went through. It's just these people downtown, they like, we've done this 5-6 times. It's the reason why the Greeks would give it to Marlo and not Prop Joe, because they like, the night that he walked in there, he kept walking in there with the dirty money. And then he put the clean money in there. And they was like, he's like, no, he said
he's not gonna stop him.
No, he said he's not Prop Joe. And the Greek looked at him and said, you're right, he's not Prop Joe. We get to start all over with him. He don't know shit. He's gonna take Prop Joe out,
and he's gonna
and we get to run the same game.
And
he don't know nothing.
And somebody's gonna take him out.
He don't know nothing.
We're gonna start all over.
I just want to look at the camera and say, ain't no winners in the game. There's only winners out the game.
Of course. Absolutely.
You get out the game, you good?
Absolutely.
Ain't no winners in the game.
No, absolutely.
Speaking about winners.
You're misleading the children, man.
Nah. I'm just trying to say.
No, speaking about winners, you know, that JayZ verse is saying, Hov did, Math did, God did. Goo did.
Yeah.
80 bars, 4 minutes.
He blacked out.
Now I gotta know though.
So that's another thing that you come to.
Right.
No.
You said once you get out. So it's like, that's the example of getting out the game. So what we gonna do with this after we get out the game? What we gonna do? Get out the game.
Right. What you doing now?
Right, but that verse is a whole example of what to do when you get out the game.
No, I think there's he's been given a billion examples of what to do when you get out the game.
Right.
Is it his verse? Is it his best verse?
No. Where did that come from? Let's address that.
It's just floating over.
What I said, my man comes in the studio, right? I hear the beat. I try to start looping the beat. He was like, nah, hit Khaled, get the whole, I need some of that. Get the whole instrumental, right? Cool. He was spitting the verse to me a cappella, my brother. And I was like, I'm catching all the lines.
Make sure they see the Deuce. Just make sure they see it.
No, absolutely. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
He's spitting all the lines, and I'm like, I'm catching the same way. I'm catching all of the lines of what's in there. I'm probably the person the most, you know what I'm saying, in the studio that breaks down exactly what he's saying. And, you know, there's a bunch of people that went off of like 30-second clip and was just going crazy about like, Goo, you going too far. I'd be like, no, this is the things we think about.
Right.
When he's saying the verses. So he says it to me a cappella while I'm trying to like loop it down, and then he says, get the whole thing. And then he just goes in there and blacks out. And my first reaction is just like, this dude's 52 years old.
I love it.
He's a year younger than Rakim.
Everybody forgets that.
I love it.
He's a year younger than Rakim.
Everybody forgets that.
And blacks out on this joint. So I'm like, all right, I don't necessarily have the arguments anymore, because when people say like, who's the best, who's the GOAT, who's the this and that, I love hip hop for hip hop.
Right.
I love everybody for their version of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really one of those dudes that listen to everybody's lyrics. So as much as MF Doom is my dude, as much as if you was to ask me a top 5, I'm like, I can't give you a top 5. It's just what feeling I feel. It's like me, it's like, for you to say a top 5 is
But
like
you can
me
give me a
eating the
number
same
one.
5. Jay is number 1.
Okay, there it is. Okay.
Period. I'm never gonna not say that.
Listen, I'm sorry. I know some of y'all.
I mean, isn't that a consensus that
No,
Jay
it's
is
not a
number one
consensus.
right
It's not
now
a
at this
consensus.
point?
It's not a consensus. No. No, I've had to argue that a lot for a lot of different reasons. And like even me, when I first got around him, I think one of the reasons that he really like was like, oh, this dude ain't no yes man, is one of the early sessions. I'm still arguing Big. Cause you couldn't tell me Big wasn't the like epitome of everything.
Right.
I thought Big was number one. but
Arizona
now,
Ron from Tucson had the black
no.
Yukon, usually had the slow grooves on.
You think
mostly
Big was
rocked the
number one
Ozzy.
too?
There was a time.
I mean, I
There's certain things
he
that
got
Big
cut off.
did.
He got
Yeah,
cut off.
yeah, we'll never
But
know
did
what
you?
he could have
No.
been.
In your heart, did you think Big? Because I thought Big was number one, but because of this catalog and the things that JayZ has done to me,
Yeah,
undoubtedly he's number one.
now.
Yeah.
But then you can't disrespect all the other MCs who have put incredible work out there. Where do you place Andre 3000?
Or Nas.
Where do you place Nas? Where do you place Black Thought?
Rakim.
Black Thought.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
All right. If we were judging up until Big's death, it's Big.
Up until Big's death is in 97.
97.
It's Big.
Pac in 96.
It's Big. As far as like the elements, like he was one of those guys. Like if you've seen like a stat sheet, he's
so
high.
He has everything.
He was so
Everything.
smooth.
He was
Everything.
You know what I mean?
And stay with the stat sheet. So every other MC that you name, they have certain marks that are negative in the stat sheet.
Okay.
So like if I say, I'll go to myself first because people always be like, yo, Goo, you biased. But no, I'm one of the realest. When you have a rap discussion,
Right.
I'm one of the realest that you could talk to. Let's take JayZ. Let's go to me first, right? The only place that I could put a negative for Jay, and this is part of his demeanor of who he is, he won't lie. Which
Storytelling.
means storytelling has to have a little bit of a lesser thing. You know why? Because I'm
not telling my shit.
not telling fabricated stories.
Right. Now meet the
And I'm
parent.
not snitching on my
Meet the parent.
We get two of them. I'm gonna tell you, Meet the Parent, autobiographical.
Right.
It's like, it is me, but it's autobiographical. There's a couple stories, but it's not the same as Today's Agenda. I got the suitcase up in the center. Go to room 112. I'm
Yeah.
telling Blanco Center.
Pictures.
Grew up feeling strangers. If no money exchanges.
I got
That
these kids in
never
ranges to
happened.
leave niggas brains. All they told us sailors, you just remain in.
No, but hold on.
Like, this is what I'm saying.
By the time we get to Gloria from Astoria,
Gloria,
I went to war with the peeps in 91, stole drugs from my workers. And it's so now we know why Gloria's scared when she sees like, long story. Glow.
Blaze Day plays long story.
Hold on. And he calls her Glow.
Glow
Calls
see
her
my
Glow.
face.
But even to the end where we get to hit Maxi Priest at least 12 times in the chest. Now we know it's a tall dude with dreads.
Long
dreads.
Yeah.
He is describing a perfect story. Jay is not going to lie and make up a story that did not happen.
So you don't get rewind.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I'm saying every MC, there's a thing. I said Andre 3000, right? You may argue there's not enough content because for the past, you know what I'm saying? As incredible as an MC as Andre 3000 is, you're like, yo, where's the thing now?
Right.
I just put out a verse yesterday. That doesn't mean like Andre got lines that just touch me. Beans got lines that touch me. When I was saying with no union and no benefits, no dental plans, that's my life.
Right.
That's us in the music business. You know what I'm saying? But when Andre says, how's he start the joint? I always need the starting word. Where he's perfectly on Aquemini describing like somebody who is like a two-person. Like you talking about a Gemini and an
Andre,
Aquemini.
this is Andre. Y'all gonna have to get along.
You're just gonna have to make amends. No, my mind warps and bends, float the wind, count to 10, meet the twin, meet the twin. Andre Ben, welcome to the Lion's Den. Original skin, many men comprehend. I extend myself, so you out and tell a friend. Sin all depends on what you believe in. Favors what you make it. That's the hardest shit is MC Ren. Aliens can blend right on in with your kin. Look again, cause I swear I spot one every now and then. It's happening again. What's that? That's the Hulk. Oh, it's happening. The Hulk is what? Two people in one person.
Yeah.
It's happening again. Wish I could tell you when Andre, this is Andre, y'all is just gonna have to make amends.
He was spitting.
No, that's different.
Yeah, he was spitting.
That's different.
He was spitting.
You know what I'm saying? So
you
where
had
do you
to
put
keep
that?
up.
Where do you put Ice Cube's rawness? Straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube. From the gang called Niggas with Attitude. That means something too.
Right.
Where do you put Wayne? So I can't say like when you do these lists and then it's personal things.
Right.
Black Thought is gonna be personal to me. The world keeps spinning like Ikes and animes. The church kitchen hustling dinners every Saturday. Pull over, let me grab a plate. I tend to gravitate towards our fish dinner with the styrofoam platter taste. My granddaddy explored a pad down Hathaways. I used to ask him about what path to take. He used to laugh at me and say that no man is an island, but I'm a castaway. What? Casualties, I seen them like the French Foreign Legion. Used to carry out bizarre procedures in jean jackets and Jabbar Adidas. Back when local R&B, Philadelphia R&B. Back when local R&B was just as soulful as orthopedics. Me and my man twisted up some reefer and wishing we knew all the town hitmen in the likes of Sam Christian. If you not from Delaware and Philadelphia, you don't know who Sam Christian is.
Yeah,
but it touches, I know who Sam Christian is.
No, the freestyle he did on Flex's shit was better than most albums. That 10-minute long freestyle.
No, this is his whole life.
That shit was ridiculous.
He's on stage for 4 hours saying his rhymes. Whenever the Roots bring somebody on stage, he know they rhymes better than them.
Yeah. No, it's real. It's real.
Then,
shit.
okay, let's leave all of that. Let's take Math's whole career as a battle rapper. The intricate words, it's 4, 5, 6 different things you could talk about of just his career. So when you ranking people, it's like, what mode are you in? Right. I can't rank them.
Redman, Method Man, Ludacris, Scarface.
I'm honored to be mentioning that.
Reggie.
This is crazy.
No, Redman is in my top 10.
Reggie.
He's always been in my
I travel the Milky Ways and the stars of the gods and return 6 billion feet beneath to get cigars. My lyrical format sounds off like gun claps. Underground where you need flashlights and hard hats.
Yes.
My mind is 10 levels deeper than Jacob's ladder. After your paragraph, after your gallbladder will splatter. Nymphomaniac on track when I flex like master flex. You can bet I'm not playing with a full deck. I go far beyond acting hard and pulling triggers. I just want to die and come back as a Nile on the river. Come on. Mm-hmm. That's North all day.
Flow.
Mm-hmm. I be murdering MCs from up here to Irvington. What? It just depends on who, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then we ain't get to Kendrick, we ain't get to Cole, we ain't get to...
Yeah.
And then we could argue my favorites are Ab Soul out of a TDE.
So what makes Jay the best for you?
Every category, like substance, consistency, being able to do it at a high level, hits.
Wordplay.
Flow, definitely.
Versatility.
Yeah, and just, it's so many things that like...
Is realness his Achilles heel?
Nah, it's what got him to that point. You was who you was when you got here. You don't stop being who you are.
Right.
Whatever it is, that's what got you to that point, so you continue to do that. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, you gotta realize that everything this man say is actual fact, and he will not say something that's not a fact.
And but...
Did that take away from the poetry side of it?
No.
It's not the poetry side of it.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I just say things just to jar niggas' mind. I don't.
There's a certain level. Because
You know what I'm
poetry,
saying?
like bars, man, I've been decoding the whole shit. Like, before Michelin S did it, I was moving birds like an Oreo fitted.
Yeah.
It's a moving bird.
That right there.
You get it? It's a moving bird, bro. Anyway, but when it comes to facing off against Nas, who is snapping, doesn't have to be real. He's not 36 in a karate class.
No,
but it's hilarious when you hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I get it. But that's like, you gotta spar against the best. So, and then what gets lost in that is Takeover was first introduced really at the Summer Jam. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And all of that happened,
The
and rest in peace to the God Prodigy.
yeah.
Rest in peace to the brother. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened at that Summer Jam. And all you got was Ask Nas, he don't want to Hov. And again, for the people, like, we do records together, we cool now. But you're not going to even fight against somebody that you don't feel as though is of your level.
What was that session like?
It was incredible. Like, we was like, let's go. Like,
Cause this was like, you know what I'm saying?
I've been telling people that
it
nobody
all
believes
boils
me.
back to Bleak. Bleak was the one who was like,
He started it.
Yeah, you're like,
Bleak started it.
what you saying, play your position.
Hold on, wait.
So it's Bleak's fault.
No, it was not.
It's Bleak's fault.
No, I can't allow y'all to say this. I can't allow y'all to say this.
Okay.
Nas was taking sneaky shots on mixtape forever.
Of course.
But Bleak said it himself. He
Your
started.
lifestyle's
He
written,
didn't
so
start.
who are you
Of
supposed to be?
No,
Play
but
your
listen.
position.
This is y'all.
No, bro.
This is New York.
No.
This is New York. Y'all feel like one person has to rule.
All hail now the king is dead.
Right,
Hold on,
I
come
get
on,
it,
bro.
I get it. Because Big left and there's a void there. But what I'm saying to you is that at the end of the day, you wanna. If I play basketball, I want to test myself against the best people. You see what I'm saying?
You want to be God. You're still another rapper to die fucking with Nas.
We do the
It was
summer jam
obvious,
joint,
bro.
right? We do the summer jam joint. We come back, we do the real record. We put that record out on an album. It takes 3 months for Ether to come out. 3 months.
Right.
The day that Ether comes out, we go in the studio and we make Super Ugly. The next day, we send it to Angie, and Ether plays against Super Ugly on the radio. We lose, Ether wins.
Here's the thing.
Right, hold on.
Yeah.
In the pantheon of history, people will be like, yo, Ether versus Takeover. I'll be like, no, Ether played against Super Ugly.
Right. Now, I'm from Brooklyn.
I love it.
Couldn't talk about it if you ain't live it. That was like the moniker, the formula for everything that I did.
I get it.
So in battle rap, I could be on stage speaking direct truth about the person I'm battling.
I watched it.
And they'll make some shit up. You know what I'm saying? And the crowd will be like, oh my God, that's crazy. And I'm like, but none of his shit is real though.
I watched it.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'll be like, yo, how y'all going? My shit is real, nigga.
But isn't it supposed to be wordplay?
No, but bro,
No, it wasn't even that.
No,
What Math is saying, what Math is saying is Super Ugly is coming on, like I said, Jay don't lie. But Nas came on like, you ugly. Okay, that's like, okay.
If you say something about me that's fake, I'ma laugh. What's gonna hurt me is if people believe it.
But they gonna believe
you know what I'm saying?
You can't, but listen.
I'm gonna be like, I believe this shit.
Control them, though,
I give you enough evidence that I'm not that nigga.
Listen to what I'm saying. It doesn't matter how you necessarily feel. The crowd gets to decide.
Right. But at the same time, Super Ugly, I know you're gonna sit somewhere and be like, oh.
I get it.
Or maybe not, because...
But what if he doesn't care, man?
Yeah, like...
There are people to just be like, I don't
Get
give a fuck.
Get out of here. All them sneaky disses did not come because he didn't care, bro.
Again, Matt,
did not come because he didn't care.
we heard Ether, and in less than 24 hours, the minute you hear it, that record was made that night. It took 3 months. That's what I'm saying. And again, like, we've done records together, like, don't get it twisted. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nas is, like, you have to put him at the upper echelon. He has to be in your top five. He has to. That's not even a question. It's not even a question.
But that's why I asked.
And what I'm saying is
was
that
realness his Achilles heel in that situation?
No. I think the Achilles heel was that we responded and people compared like, Nas got 3 months to construct the record, and we did it in 24 hours. So if you were to put Ether versus Takeover, which record do you think is better? I'm gonna ask that to the room.
I like Ether. I'm an Ether dude. I'm Ether. I saw.
Yeah, you from Queens.
I mean, Ether dude. Like, I fuck with Jay. I'm still saying Jay's number one though.
No.
Now let's not get it twisted. I'm just saying. Listen.
ESSO. This is one thing about me. This is one thing about me. You are allowed to. I hate when people be like, yo, because it's my record that I can't have that. This is when people be like, yo, Goo, you biased. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I listen to hip hop just like everybody else. You are allowed to say whatever you want to say to me, and I don't take offense. That's like me saying, yo, I don't like, you know what I'm saying, your socks. Okay, so what? Let's go have a beer. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a record. You know what I'm saying? It's a record. You know what I'm saying? At no point was anybody like, you know what I'm saying, physical harm or whatever. It was none of that. It was just like, yo, it's great MCs versus great MCs. I'm on my side. And if it's like reggae battles. If I come to the battle, my sound system, I'm trying to destroy you.
You know what?
And there's no question about that.
You just sparked something for me. You said no one was physically harmed. There was a story about somebody from your camp that was physically harmed.
And what?
Told by another guy who sat in that chair a little while ago. You could give us some clarity on that. Super Producer Self told a story about Just Blaze. getting assaulted.
Yeah.
And then there was turmoil because, a little bit later, fast forward, we got Kanye calling Blaze a copycat.
Right. Let me address the first one that you said.
Now, this is in no relation to the Ether Nas thing.
Yeah. Let me address the first one that you said. First of all, Just is my brother, right? So there's a time when that night, my man Smiles, who road manages De La Soul, was having a birthday party. And it was like right down the street, because at that time we wasn't really going out like that. Smiles has a party, we go down there. What he said about the smack, I didn't witness. I'm gonna tell you my story, and I love the way that Mike Geronimo sat in the same seat and told his truth. I'm gonna tell you my truth of that night. Me and Just walk in the joint, and Just is killing at this time. DJ, whoever spinning, I can't remember who was spinning, starts playing all Just Blaze music. Boom, boom. And I walk straight to the bar.
You mean self-service or Mike? Who told the story?
I'm talking about.
Is that Mike Geronimo?
No. When Self said the thing about Just getting smacked. Right? So I walk in the club. I go straight to the bar. My man smiles, and that's another thing about people's perspective.
Okay.
So I'm an avid watcher of this show. And Self said Just had a whole section. That was not Just section, that was Smiles section. We went there for Smiles' birthday party. Right? Cool, I walk in the club, I go directly to the bar. I get some drinks. I see like commotion over where Just is standing, right? And I didn't see no smack. I can't tell you if somebody got smacked or they didn't. But what I saw was my man standing in front of a whole bunch of other people. So I left my drink, all of that, at the bar, run over there. Now, Smiles is also who brought me up into the D-Dot camp. He was like, yo, Dot need an engineer, that Smiles is my dude. There's a lot of Brooklyn in there that night. All I see is Just like having an argument with people. I run straight over there and I stand in front of Just. And I was like, I looked around and I was like, oh, this is all producers.
It was a circle.
It's not even like
goons,
thugs or goons. This is like it's a bunch of producers.
Some of those producers
so
is thugs and goons.
Oh, okay, all right, cool.
But
I was like, they was like, nah. I don't like, no. I came in here with Just. So whatever they talking about in terms of smacking and all that, I didn't see none of that. I know that when I left that bar and I walked in front of Just and I said, yo, whatever's going on, we're not having that. It's my man's birthday party. And when I turned around, half of Brooklyn was behind me. My man Quam, this is facts. My man Quam, Lito, like all of them was behind me.
What were they arguing about?
I don't know what they was arguing about. I didn't care at the time. That's my man. It doesn't matter, it's Just.
Right.
I wasn't there for the conversation. They could have been saying whatever. And that's when people, you know what I'm saying, tell stories and they be like, oh, they was arguing. I don't know what they was arguing about.
So how did you feel when Kanye called Just a beat by?
I'm telling you about this night. Let's be specific.
Okay.
We didn't leave. So if you feel as though like somebody smacked somebody and didn't, no. I stood there and I was like, yo, he came in here with me, that's my man, boom, boom, boom. And that was that. It wasn't even a serious problem. I've been in serious problems before.
Right.
You're not gonna, I stayed there, we partied, we had a great time. So if it was a problem, like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying what happened before I got there, but what I'm telling you is that when I stood in front of Just, none of that was going down. You know what I'm saying? So also too, to address what you're saying, when Ye say Just is a biter, and I think Hov did it best when he addressed it, it was like, yo, it was an assignment. It was an assignment. Jay's coming with this, yo, I need soul samples. Just is there every day. So then it's like, all right, cool. I'm going in here and I'm doing what the assignment is.
I understand the assignment. You
I
want soul
understand the
samples?
assignment.
There you go.
But I also want you to understand what the vibe was and what the everyday thing of like me, Hop, Just, like Kamel, just people that was in baseline every day while we working on this. Blueprint was really a weekend. The whole album, really, was like maybe 4 or 5 days.
He did the whole shit in 5 days.
I want to say the whole thing. Let me explain it to you really what it was. The Kanye joints and the Just joints is really from a Friday to a Monday.
Oh, got you. I got you.
So Ye walk in, he got an immaculate CD. He's, you know what I mean? Walk in, got all these beats. The 2 beats we didn't use became like the Alicia Keys joint, the Ludacris joint. But
Alicia Keys joint.
You don't know my name?
You don't know my name.
Oh, okay.
That was on that beat CD.
Wow.
But which Luda joint?
I'm trying to think of what the Luda joint was. It was another one.
Breathe In? No, that's Kanye's joint. What was the
Don't give me the
Stand Up?
lying. I don't want to lie, but it was another one. I'll think of it later. But it was another one that he had on there that ended up being another beat. But I'm trying to tell you how good the CD was.
Right.
So out of
I think it
like
was Stand
9,
Up.
we used like 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was incredible. That starts the vibe. Just is in the B room. Just starts his vibe. You see what I'm saying? The records that we did after that was like the Eminem joint, the Trackmasters joint. Like after them 3, I'm telling you the bulk of the album. And people keep forgetting Bink.
Right. Dog.
In this whole, you know what I'm saying? Bink has 3 on there. You know what I'm saying? So it was like all of that, the Bink joint, all of that happened in the same weekend. And I'm telling you, Hov is like finishing a record, going out to the lounge, eating, coming back, doing Heart of the City all the way through. Straight. Like literally, it was a video that came on that he was in. And he said something about the video. Like, I don't like my hat, or something he said like he ain't like about the video. And he walked out the room, walked up the hallway, spit all 3 verses of Heart of the City, and walked back in and the video's still on.
What? Nigga, what? Nah, man. Go.
Come on,
go.
I'm telling you. That's how fast.
How you do that?
That's how fast he was doing them joints. Nah, but here's the thing. Because he already.
What video is this?
We don't agree on shit on camera, but this, I'm like, huh? He spit it.
No,
How
I'm telling
long
you
was
that.
the video?
The video, it might have been like.
You talking about the streets is watching DVD?
No.
Like, how does a music video come on? You go in the room, spit a whole song, come back and
I'm gonna tell you why.
Video was
I'm gonna tell you
that?
why. Because for the last 30 minutes, you've been listening to a beat and you constructed this rhyme in your head and you did it so fast.
Nah, I
and you've been
understand that.
spitting it to me and you've been like, what you think about this word and that word and that word? And we've already constructed it.
Right.
So the recording of it was like, okay, I keep listening to it, and I'm saying it to myself, and then now I'm ready to, you know what, Goo, I'm ready. And when he walked in, he was like, he said something about something that was on the television. We used to have a television on the, like, in the wall, on the top of, you know what I'm saying? On the top of baseline. And I was like, he said something, walked out, walked in, said all the verses, walked back, and the video was still on. On my mother.
I played it twice.
No.
3 times?
No.
It was on loop.
Do you get used to that? Or
Nah, I never get used to it.
I never get used to it. And spectacular.
That's
every
why
time?
when he did this Khaled verse, I was like, I'm not used to it. I'm used to it, but I'm like, I'm not
Is he gonna do it again?
surprised, like, that I'm so elated, or I'm just like, I can't believe this dude is still doing this.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel, and I'm not there.
I'm not used to it.
I feel that way, and I'm not there. And I'm like, how the fuck does he keep doing this shit?
Just to clear it up, Just was following directions. He was following
Yes,
instructions.
absolutely. It wasn't no biting.
Right.
He was following directions. And Just is a chameleon. Just can do anything.
Right.
He can do anything.
Dig it.
Welcome to New York City is an all keyboard beat. There's no sample in Welcome to New York City.
Oof.
That's him playing. No, listen to me. Welcome to New York City is an all keyboard beat.
That's crazy.
It's him playing the keyboards.
What keyboard was he using?
Back then it was the Karma. It was a Core Karma.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, but he was using, but Just had
Did he use the
everything.
Triton and all that too?
Everything.
Triton was my
Just
shit,
is like
yo.
the type that'll like go to the store and buy the thing and make a couple things on it and be like, I don't like that, and just throw it away. But he got like 5 hit records on it. That's what I told you. He made Rock the Mic on an ASRX.
Right.
Which is like not his main thing, but he was just like, he was playing with it, pause at the same time, you know what I'm saying? And just makes it.
In 10 minutes.
Yeah. And I like this thing better.
Genius.
A lot of the actual machine don't matter to Just. I've seen him make beats on Logic, on an MP, on an SP.
Fruity Loops?
Yeah.
He's
like
just a freak of nature when it comes to that shit.
No, Just is one of my favorite producers. Like
Everything. I've seen him
He's
make
one of
beats
my
on
favorite.
everything.
What video was it, Guru? I gotta know it, bro. Like,
Which
what
one?
video? What video?
that whole rap to
What
it
video?
still on when he came out. He
What
ain't gonna let
video,
that go.
man?
It might have been him and R. Kelly with the what's the name remix?
Fiesta.
Fiesta remix. It was probably that video.
Where he
That's a
didn't
long
like his
video.
hat.
That is a long.
That's a long video.
That's a 5-minute video.
He could have started it and saw his hat. That's a long video, man.
I'm telling you, that's a real
Are
story.
you happy now? you feel
No,
better
he still
about
don't
it?
believe it. He still don't believe it. He's a rapper. He don't believe it.
Was this after the pepper spray incident?
Nah, it was before.
Before.
Okay.
Yeah, before, obviously.
And you're a rapper too. I don't take that away
No,
from
I'm
you.
not.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I am not.
That's what make it
No, I'm
sad.
not. No, I'm not.
No, because
I'm not.
growing up, I used to hear
My
these
pen's
stories.
on hiatus.
Clark would tell me, yo, you know, JayZ don't use no pen.
He don't.
So you know, the next thing I did was
Not use a pen?
not using a
I
pen.
was gonna ask you about
what's so
that.
surprising about that? Like
It's not surprising because once I mastered it,
No, but once you go and be like, yo, okay, this person starts formulating a rhyme and they say it to themselves. I think people take it as if he's standing in front of a microphone and comes up with it. No, there's a lot of revision and thought process that goes into these things before you even go. The actual going to the booth is to record it.
look, some of the
It's
best
only
battle
to
rounds I
record
ever
it.
spit, I never wrote down.
It's only to record it. But if you think of this thing and I got the first line, I got the fourth line, I got to fill in these two lines, and then me and you having a discussion about, do you think this is not only is it ill, like, yeah, it's good, you know what I'm saying? There's never been a whack rhyme, but is it where we supposed to go?
Right.
Right.
But I think the intricacy of what you're breaking down was absolutely needed. Because how all the other artists heard the urban legend, Hov spits the rhymes. Now we've had a generation of rappers giving us garbage just because they smoking weed and I'm just going to say whatever I want on the mic.
Right, I get that.
But we got Math, we got MECC, we got ESSO.
Yeah, but also,
I think pick up a pen, my nigga, they surprised.
But they punching in too,
But
bro.
I don't jack that because at the end of the day, are you talking about like the music that you hear in the club, or are you talking about young niggas that can really go? So are you talking about Ruben Vincent, Nick Grant? Are you talking about this Jid? Are you talking about this Jid album that just came out where he's going? When you talking about young dudes I can name 20 young dudes that can go.
No, not like that, but there's been dudes who got away just
Say
thinking.
their names, HYNAKEN.
No,
I'm saying names. I'm saying names who can go right now. Dot Demo can go right now.
Of course.
Told you.
It's cool. I told you bring him. You never brought him, bro.
Told you.
That
still
Demo can
waiting.
go right now.
Told
Khalil
Still
Gibran
waiting.
from Newark, New Jersey can go right now. I can name you
I'm not trying to play the
20
young-
under 21 that can go right now.
I'm not trying to play
Without
the younger
writing?
generation.
No,
the
I'm
last
saying
dude.
what they doing. So you can't say that like it ain't no writers and young boys
I got
out there.
you saying
Did
there's
y'all
no
listen to
writing.
the Jid album?
I'm not
I didn't hear
saying
no
that,
that.
but
Y'all gotta listen
there's
to
a
it.
bunch of rappers.
Y'all gotta
that-
listen to it.
I only heard two.
But there's a bunch of rappers because they hearing the story, they thinking, I don't even gotta think of none. I'm just gonna blurt whatever I want out my mind.
Heineken,
I'm referring
remember-
to those type of.
I get that.
Remember
I get
when
that.
we were in here chopping it up, and I can't remember which episode it was. Matter of fact, I think it was when we were in here with Berg, and I
Yeah.
said, with all the fly shit that you've done, what I don't want is for people to be influenced by the wrong part of your story. Of
course.
And that's the part that scares me, because if somebody's gonna hear the dumb shit you did and try and emulate that, what fucks me up about Hov, what fucks me up, Kanye, what we were talking about before when I said your man poisoned the well, they hear one part of the story, get influenced by it, and don't take anything else
But
into
what
account.
Guru just broke down is
Yeah,
how
but that
Hov
happens in
put
everything,
the verses
Mecca.
together.
Mecca,
People-
that happens in everything. That happens.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me give you an example. There's a generation of kids out here who are creating a whole form of music based off of probably like 2 months of what Dilla did. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about the heads.
Okay.
I have every Dilla tape ever. And they basing the whole music off of 2 months. Because every couple months it changed. If you really know, if you was really in there with Dilla and one of those ones that was like, yo, I gotta work with him and he's the future and he's the best and and those of us that recognized it early, you know what I'm saying? There's a whole generation. Okay, so what you do is how do we promote the young dudes that's not of that and they doing something different?
What you do is you sit down with them when the time comes. You sit down with them and you let them know exactly what we do on this show, bro. I love that part of your story. I love the fact that you brought yourself out of all this adversity. Right. What I don't like is that you put yourself in it in the first place.
Okay.
I hate that most of your issues that you overcame were fucking self-inflicted. People, please don't do that shit. Jay does not write his rhymes down. He comes up with this amazing, immaculate shit. If you can't come up with amazing, immaculate shit, maybe you should start off by writing your shit down.
I understand what you're saying now.
Get better.
Yeah.
Get better.
Yeah.
Practice the fundamentals. Be Tim Duncan before you turn into Kobe, because they both got the same amount of rings. Why don't you do what he did, get all the fundamentals down, and then you can come back as a fucking
But if you're going to emulate, who are you going to emulate? The best.
No. Of course, go for the best, but Jay
but
has fundamentals in his head, and he's fucking
They're not
different.
emulating JayZ. They're punching in. They're not writing rhymes in their mind and spitting the whole rhyme. They're putting lines up and they're punching in.
All I'm asking them is that, okay, let's forget. Let me say this. No one cares if you did it in one take. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Why do you care?
No. Listen.
always care.
No, but
I
why?
don't care.
Listen,
Mac.
Wait,
At the end, hold on. Mac.
No, but I want to know why.
Let me say this. Are you reading Amiri Baraka and saying, did he write this in one take?
No, I'm not.
Right, so
That's my point.
No, I'm not.
This is some monumental writing. We're reading Amiri Baraka, and this is it doesn't matter if he erased it and was like, that's not the right word. Okay, cool.
Right.
Plenty of times, I'm bringing my kids home. I used to live on Narren Place. This is off of Clinton Avenue, in between 10th and 11th. And everybody know that when Mr. Baraka was alive, he lived on 10th. And I will drive my kids home, and I'll be looking up, and I'll be like, that's my man's father. And I would see him, and the books would be in the background. And I'd be like, he's writing the illest shit in the world.
I think we went a little bit left. Do you want to know why I care if it was done in one take or not? Because I'm impressed when I find out that it was.
It doesn't matter.
I'm impressed. If you can do that at that level,
hold on. Let me ask you something.
I'm not anti you not being able to do it in one take.
Have you ever asked if Frankie Beverly and Maze Before I Let Go was done in one take?
As a matter of fact, I did.
Does it matter to you?
I actually.
He's unbelievable.
No.
You understand what I'm saying? You understand the point I'm trying to make, right?
No.
Every year, when we go to the Essence Festival, Frankie Beverly and Maze is going to end, and they're going to play Before I Let Go, and the whole of the Superdome is going to do the electric slide to this song.
Young and old.
It's classic.
I asked if it was written in one. I asked
it
if they wrote
doesn't matter.
it in like one night.
Really
But the question to you is,
why does that matter to you?
But why? I know you're impressed, but why does it matter?
That's all. Because I've seen what it looks. Because I've seen
the
people
song's not gonna impress you.
Okay.
No, that has nothing to do with nothing.
So word of mouth is Dr. Dre punches every line so that it's perfect.
If that's his,
does that take away?
Process.
Does that take away from him having classic albums?
No, the listener doesn't know if you took 30 seconds or 30 fucking days to make this.
But you're not making an exception for Dre and everybody else.
If I found out that Dre did it all in one take, I'd be impressed.
But you're impressed when he doesn't.
Make the record.
He still one of the greatest.
Make the record. Make the record.
If he doesn't,
it doesn't matter.
It's Busta Rhymes, man.
It doesn't matter.
It's Busta Rhymes, man. You understand why he's like that? It's Busta Rhymes, okay? It's Busta Rhymes, bro. It's Busta Rhymes, bro.
It doesn't matter.
He's in the studio with Busta Rhymes.
But that's the choice of greatness, and I respect that.
I'm not telling you it takes away from anything.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, I find that impressive.
Okay, right.
It is great. If you can hit a shot from half court.
Here's a question.
One shot.
Hold on, Meg, do you happen to work with someone who does this?
No. Hold on, Matt.
Come on,
I can tell you a bunch of JayZ records where he did it in one take. I can tell you a bunch of records where he's done a bunch of joints and came in the next day and was like,
redid them?
No, hold on. What's the worst verse, Goo? Maybe the second verse. Take it off. And I'm gonna redo it, I'm gonna do it better. Why? Because we was sitting and watching a Quincy Jones thing and Quincy Jones was like, yo, Rod Temperton, rewrite it. You ever heard Starlight?
Which one?
Michael Jackson Starlight.
Oh, okay.
I want you to go YouTube Starlight. And it's a song where Michael Jackson's going, Starlight, Starlight, dun, 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 dun. It's Thriller. Before Thriller. And Quincy Jones had to come in and be like, that ain't it, fam. Rewrite it. Nobody care about how long it took it. He told him to, Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
I want the, no, listen to me, because this is a beautiful thing. I want the whole audience to go out and to Google Starlight by Michael Jackson and listen to the record. It's the same thing, it's got strings in there. And they took strings out, which is another thing of, it's not always what you do, it's what you take out.
What you take out.
Right.
Sometimes you're doing too much, right?
Doing too much, you overproduce.
And JayZ wrote
But what I'm trying to tell you is that if you didn't, if Quincy Jones didn't come in and say Starlight's not it, you would have never got Thriller. So it doesn't matter how long it took you to get to the point.
JayZ
make the best record.
Of course.
But JayZ wrote the record for Dre, and he had to write it twice. Dre sent it back to him and asked him to write it
No,
again.
but the thing is just like
I'm not.
Why does that? Why is that offensive? Again,
It's not.
yes.
I'm not offended. Like y'all are taking this the wrong
Okay,
way.
all right.
I'm impressed.
Relax.
Why is it
Yeah, there's a lot of verses.
Okay, wait.
There's a lot of verses he did.
Wait.
Why is it impressive?
Because if I hit a layup and get fouled and then hit a free throw, that's 3 points.
Okay.
If
I get what
Steph
you're
Curry
saying.
hits it from the fucking half court,
It's
that's also
impressive.
3 points.
But it's
I'm
impressive.
impressed that he did it
I get
that
it.
way.
I get it. I get it.
But
It's still 3 points on the board. I'm
I get
not
it.
mad. I'm not
The whole-
hitting.
the whole
Especially if
point-
we end up winning the game by 3 points.
But a one-take verse don't mean it's some great shit.
I just know how hard it is to do.
It
So I'm
is. It
impressed.
is. But
yes.
what I'm trying to
Because
tell
you're
you.
a rapper.
No,
Here we go.
Mecca. What I'm trying
Here
to
we
tell you.
go.
What I'm trying to tell you is that as much as you saying that, and I appreciate it, I know Jay, and I don't speak for Jay's mind, are way more concerned with how good the record is.
And I'm never gonna take away from that. I'm
That's
never
it.
mad at that because
One
the records
verse or
we
two-
get,
that's great.
no matter how he does it, the records we get are the records we get, which I'm happy about. All I'm saying is I'm impressed when somebody is able to do it like that. It's just,
That's cool.
It's impressive.
Reading?
Say what?
Reading it?
Reading what?
Reading it, one take.
Yeah.
Nah, it's different. Nah.
Writing it.
Well,
Well,
you know,
wait, no,
actually,
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the
Why he
thing.
can't write it and put it down in one
because
take?
if you memorize it, I've always felt
It comes out
memorized.
better.
I've always felt
way
memorized
better.
verses are
It
better.
comes out way better. It
No.
comes out way better.
I've always
See, everybody got
Because
that opinion,
sometimes
don't agree.
that feeling that you have in that moment is it.
From
And
reading
you
it,
can't-
we
you
talking
can't-
about reading it.
No, like if you're the type of person that puts a lot of emotion into what you say, and let's say you're in the studio, all right, Scarface laying down the verse after hearing this
Yo,
man's.
the Scarface, that was one of the,
With Kanye?
that was one of the most incredible things because I've been telling that story for a long time and people didn't believe me. So in the Kanye documentary, right? I pull up the Scarface record
Guess who's been
and I said, yo, this is what happens in Baseline when two dudes are sitting and Scarface is so much our family. So ill story. So Scarface comes, Jay's in the studio, we just have conversation. We start eating, you know what I'm saying? Let's order some food, boom, boom, boom. We eat the food, we just back and forth. It's Jay, Scarface, and me. We just all in there, just bugging. After like 45 minutes, an hour, Scarface is like, so where's the beat? And Jay was like, what do you mean where's the beat? It's your album. Like, I thought you brought the beat. And they was like, nah, all these producers you got around here. So I swear to you, like a sitcom, Kanye walks through the door right after we said, but it's like we so much family that we sitting there chilling, eating,
right.
drinking, like and Kanye, and that's how Guess Who's Back got made.
But I'm talking about This Can't Be Life.
Oh, no, whoa, that's different. That's different. That's completely, like, I might cry right now, but that's completely different. So, again, people gotta remember, I came in on Dynasty. Scarface got a call and all I remember was him like getting the call, and of course you're not on the phone with the dude, but obviously now through the verse you know what the phone call was about. And all I remember him was in the hallway writing on the wall. Like literally like on the wall writing. And then you hear his verse and it's just like, damn, that's what just happened?
Now a verse like that, you think he could have came back 2 months later and spit it the same?
Nah, it was the same
emotion. That's what I'm talking about.
Same emotion.
Different. First of all, Scarface is a
beast.
Yeah, like I'm not comparing Scarface.
Nobody's saying he's not a beast. I'm just saying sometimes in that moment, how you feel,
you can catch lightning in a bottle,
and you can't recreate it later.
You can catch lightning in a bottle. I'm not.
But there's niggas that do beats and gotta do them over and can't recreate them later.
Yeah, that's a vibe of that day.
It's the vibe. When you in that zone,
I've written full cover stories and had to go back and
rapper.
I've written cover stories.
Articles.
This is intentional. Like some of my cover stories I've written like 2, 3, 4, 5 times.
We was already, it was like Face was gonna be on a record, but when that situation happened, it just matched
almost
the
perfect.
whole thing. Like it was just like, you know what I'm saying? And it's also my like really first time of being around.
So
Dynasty is where I came in.
Yo, you
is that now Hustler?
Your shit has set some high bars to top. Like you've come in on some moments that have just been like, what the fuck? And then to like top
Crazy
those.
Cat. He gave it Crazy Cat when he did the
from
joint
start
with
to
50.
finish. Your whole run
Chucky
has been
Thompson, Nonchalant.
It's a lot of the run that people don't see. They don't see like me doing Little Kim Magic Stick. They don't see me doing Jadena. They don't see me doing BSF. They don't see me doing Joey Badass. They don't see me doing, you know what I'm saying, Ghostface. They don't see me doing, like, there's a lot of joints because they just be like JayZ. And I love that, you know what I'm saying? People only focus on the biggest ones, but I'm like, yo, it's a lot of joints that, one of my biggest things is like De La Soul's Grind Date, where I'm saying, where I'm like, I get to work with my idols, you know what I'm saying? And they my friends at this point, you know what I'm saying? Jersey joints.
You say Rod Digger?
Yeah, Rod Digger. Rod Digger's recorded at my house. What are you talking about?
Which joint?
It's a bunch of joints she recorded at my house. Like, it's my whole thing was like based off of women. Like, so it's just like Nonchalant was who put me on. We on the tour with the Fugees with Lauryn Hill. Rod Digger, you know what I'm saying? And I put out Rhapsody, Little Kim. And that's through Gene.
Gene Nelson. Shout out to Gene Nelson.
All beast.
Gene said he was.
I'm kind of like the Forrest Gump of East Coast hip hop.
Evans?
I've been there for a lot of joints.
Yeah, that nigga make all types of shrimp.
I've been there for a lot of joints. You know what I'm saying?
What was the Kim session? Did you record 50's verse too?
Nah. I mixed it.
Okay.
They sent Gene was just like, "Ooh, you got only you
What's
can
up
mix
with
this."
you in production?
Smoke Dizza.
We get to see the whole. All right, okay.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. When it was COVID, and I was like, people don't really understand what I could do on production wise, and like Ninth always be pushing me. He be like, bro, like you got all these beats that you just do and they just sit there. And Ninth is the opposite. He just put them out.
You know, I've had whole conversations about you in production.
Yeah, I got a lot of joints.
With some pretty, me and Royce, me and Bus, me and Dot, talked about like your beats specifically and what we could expect from a Guru CD in 2022.
I wanna put out right now, this Dizzy joint is like my main focus. So do I have beats on Ruben's joint? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got a like real serious joint that I did also to like the creative on the video.
Okay.
But I don't think nothing is gonna top, like, for me, if you ask me what I am and what represents me and what I want to represent me, it's gonna be the Me and Dizzy album.
What's the date on that?
Whenever Hovain decide to put it out.
Y'all don't hurry the fuck soon. Y'all don't come the fuck up soon. I'm looking at you too, Smoke.
No, because it was like so pure. You know what I'm saying? So he coming out and he doing joints and like it was certain things that happened in his life, you know what I'm saying? And then certain things that happened in my life that was like they was just matching at a certain time. So
y'all both lost your father.
yeah, it was like him losing his father, but at the time that he was laying the record, I hadn't lost my father yet. And then when my father passed, I go back and listen to these records, and I'm just like, everything applies to me.
Both of y'all was close to y'all, I know Dizzy was close to his father too.
You know what I'm saying? And then it was just like, what am I doing? Again, we just talked about the music could be whatever, but the marketing part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, no. This Harlem, this him, he need to be recognized as one of them ones. Because I know he's one of them ones.
Right.
And I've watched him for a long time. And it's like little simple things that have happened, like I see him in Brooklyn. I'm at a restaurant, you know what I'm saying? We just in Brooklyn at the same time. You know what I'm saying? At the same restaurant. But I feel like he's one of them ones, and I'm not asking people to be like, how do I say that? I'm not asking people to like even put us nowhere. I just want people to listen to him and be like, he's one of those ones. That his pen is like really that good.
I got one last question. Y'all get. Do you think that what has been missing from DZA is the promo and the marketing?
It's the only thing you can attribute it to. Because the music is that good.
Right.
The music that's the only thing you can attribute it to. But watch when I do it. Watch when somebody's like completely focused on one person.
Did you care about promo and marketing prior DZA to dealing with Guru?
Yeah. Okay. I could say yeah. Seeing what he did.
Did you feel like you ever got what you wanted?
Okay.
No. Okay.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about some awkward moments.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
A beat maker becoming the best rapper to come out to come out under Jay.
Kanye?
Yeah, what was that like?
No, he's a genius.
Did anybody see it coming though?
I did. First of all, I've known him before he been with Jay.
That's right.
Let's make that clear.
Producer, sorry.
No, I've known Kanye since he was with Free.
Okay.
And Crazy Cat.
With Crazy Cat. You know what I'm saying? With D-Dot. I've known him way before then.
Dope.
But I also heard the records before everybody else.
And you knew.
Absolutely. He stole my CD to go make All Falls Down. That's a fact.
That's your beat?
No, it's not my beat.
CD?
No. Please don't say that.
No.
Internet hating.
But you say he stole
No, he
the CD?
stole my Lauryn Hill CD. Lauren is my people's.
Right.
Got you.
Lauren comes out with the
Got you,
you know what I'm saying, with the album.
Right.
And I buy the CD. I got the CD and baseline. He comes and steals my CD and he makes All Fall Down. That's a fact.
Wow. Wow.
That's a fact.
Wow.
He makes All Falls Down.
He stole my CD?
No, but he would bring us like different versions of the song. So he would do the song, you know what I'm saying? And let's not forget, this goes back to the Newark thing. He was living in Newark at the time. He was downtown.
Right.
So he steals my CD, he makes the All Falls Down, but he was bringing songs, not to me, but to Hop.
Got you.
To be like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Was G involved at that time
No,
too?
but hold on. Everybody
Okay.
was involved, but what is one thing that you said that I want to clear up, like, as much as I absolutely love the documentary, there was a point in there where he was like coming in the office and playing songs and they tried to make it seem like nobody was messing with him. And it's like, that's disrespectful to Wayno.
Salute to
Arguing for you. Who's arguing for you in the office. That's disrespectful to all the little young niggas that was like arguing for you in the office. So the image that y'all see is him bringing it to Shaka. And I'm like, why would Shaka's the head of marketing?
Shaka don't do music.
Shaka is the head of marketing. She can't sign you.
Right.
Matter of fact, I stopped what I'm doing. I could be working on a $3 million deal for another song that you just produced for one of our other artists, and I stopped what I'm doing and I listened to your song.
The album.
Now, that's not the first time I heard the song. This is the 20th version of the song.
The 20th version.
Whatever it is.
He said he played the song.
We've heard it before.
He played the song more than one.
We've heard it before.
Right.
Then you go to Carlene. Carlene don't sign artists. But then when I seen the internet start like going crazy, like who is this little girl and who? No, whoa. Hold on. What we not gonna do is disrespect Shaka.
I saw that talk.
Right.
That's when I jumped in. We're not gonna disrespect Shaka. She done helped too many of y'all. I'm talking about from everybody. including you. We're not gonna disrespect Shaka, and we're not gonna disrespect Carlene.
The talk was, look at them. They passed up.
They passed up on this hit record.
But I'm like, bro, they in the middle of the workday. They're not here to listen to music. Like this is bad timing and the wrong person.
Son, I walk in with a cameraman. I play my music. Y'all better act like my shit is fire.
Hold on. First of all,
forget what you regularly do.
For you to even come in with the cameraman
rolling.
is special. Because there was no cameras back then. It wasn't iPhones. It wasn't all of that.
Right.
So you would not be able to get through that white door to get into the Rockefeller section if you wasn't already with us.
Right.
We're already making you hundreds of thousands of dollars as a producer.
Right.
I know that you're the shit. You know what I'm saying? And okay, it's got to run the line. But you're not going to play Shaka and you're not going to play Carlene. We're not going to do that.
It just looked like bad timing.
We're not going to do that.
That ass looked like bad timing.
He
At
looked
all.
like he was hungry, and you know how people come in hungry and they just want anybody to hear
I get it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
and he was hoping it's gonna filter down.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I don't agree with it, but that's what they were doing back then.
At the end of the day, Shaka. Do you understand what Carlene is?
Yeah, I know Shaka.
Hold on. The nights that I'm out with Bleak and we go to a club and he get into a fight and he get arrested and he go down to whatever precinct and I gotta get him out, I'm calling Carlene.
Call Carlene.
Yo, call the lawyer and don't tell Hov. Carlene is on the phone at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
You ain't gonna play them. Nah, we ain't playing that.
Well, were people very receptive to his music?
I don't know how receptive they were. I know how receptive I was. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But again, okay, math. Let's say right now, you got somebody filming this. Your cameraman comes in here and talks stocks. And he like, no, I'm telling you, the stock is gonna be da-da-da. You ain't listening to me, you ain't paying attention. No, right now I need you to film this show. You're a producer. Don't act like we ain't give you, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying me, I'm talking about what Rockefeller was providing. You're getting hundreds of thousands of dollars to produce records. Right now, I'm working on Memphis Bleak, I'm working on Beanie Siegel, and I need you to give me some beats. And in the middle of that, ever since Go Getters, I've been listening to Ye spit rhymes. You see what I'm saying? Nobody was like, nah, get out of here. Not me. But it's also too, but it's also too, this thing is running. I need you to give me beats for, that's $20,000, $30,000. Matter of fact, you got a production deal. That, okay, when you fill up these 10 songs, then you get the re-up and then you get the.
Now, in his defense, I gotta say.
Come on, man.
If this is the first time, because it's narrated by
No. And that's the other thing I love. I love what Kuda and Chike did.
Yeah.
And those guys are people that I've watched since there was a VHS that used to come out called Channel Zero.
Right.
You know what they was? They was Ralph McDaniels in Chicago. They was filming the inside of the club, the outside of the club, the fights, you got classic performances. They was Ralph McDaniels in Chicago.
Right.
So my dudes put this thing, and I love the story. But I'm saying that one specific part, I'm being specific. I'm not gonna sit here and let you play Shaka and Carlene. That's not gonna happen.
Why do you feel like they was playing?
Because they made it seem like the whole internet came on and was like, yo, y'all heard the most incredible music that, you know what I'm saying? And y'all ignored it. And I'm like, that's not the story.
That's gonna be my story. That's gonna be my story. I'm just letting y'all know. This is gonna be my story.
It's not the story.
It's gonna be my story.
Again.
It's gonna be my
just
story.
looked like they went and played it for the wrong. It looked like you played it for the wrong.
I don't care what the story is.
This is what happened.
I'm telling you who Shaka and Carlene is to me, and you're not gonna play them. Period. That's it. That's all. That's the end of the story.
Right.
I'm in it. I don't want no money from it. I didn't ask nothing, but you. At the end of the day, you got me. You not gonna play Shaka and Carlene. Period.
Wow.
They did too much for everybody. You talking about the example. You talking about black women working for us in the office. I'm telling you stories of when Bleak got arrested and I'm calling them and they calling a lawyer and we getting them out.
Right.
I'm telling you that you going to the marketing person to talk about getting signed. That don't make no sense.
So you're talking to the audience who reacted that way?
Yes.
Or the way it was put together?
No, I'm talking to the audience who reacted that way. They don't understand what was going on.
There it is.
Don't tell me these two women heard the best record and they didn't. That's not their job.
They don't sign people.
And I'm doing a deal right now that has to do with a song that you produced. And I'm getting you more money. And you breaking my day. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. Your man, he may know the best thing about NFTs or whatever. And he walk in that door right, you like, bro, I'm filming a show. This is not the right time for you to do that. This is kind of ignorant for you to break in right now and do that. And you looking at the same thing, you like, yo, this is kind of ignorant for you to be, you lucky that you even in here.
Okay, so that guy turns around and becomes
Easy.
Oh yeah, you gotta love it.
So now how lucky were you to hear this music? You
I love it. I love the fact of where he went. He's one of the like biggest artists in terms of like when Jay hit a line in like 2013 talking about millionaires, and then to be able to spit a verse right now where he's like, nobody touched the billion until I did. Right, I count three, me, Ye, and Ree. So you gotta put Ye in that. Look at the, minus all of, I don't talk about the like.
Personal life.
Yeah, personal life and all that other shit. Talk about the music and talk about creativity. You are hard pressed to find a producer that could fuck with Kanye West.
He's a talented motherfucker.
He's nice. He's nice, bro. He's nice. He's nice.
What about rap? Do you
say what you want to say?
It's almost like handicapping it when you say producer.
Say what you want to say. Then you got to argue him, Drake. You got to argue like all the things.
We do that too.
No, I put the best thing together.
I produced a great product.
I'm talking about like me and No ID is like almost damn near best friends. Look at all the things that went into that. You see what I'm saying?
A lot of work to go into it besides just writing a rhyme.
Of course. And the same way we in this barbershop and we could argue amongst ourselves and we all have different opinions, there's a lot of shit that you be like, nah, I ain't with the red hat, bro.
How'd you feel about that?
I don't fuck with that.
I mean, we all make mistakes.
It don't take away from the music.
Joe Budden, we all make mistakes.
That's something outside the music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the music. But I started this thing by telling you I'm birthed by people that's with revolutionary. So if you're talking about that red hat, no, I would die for that. Easily. I'm already done. I got a grandson already. My legacy lives forever. I got 4 children. But I don't play with that. We ain't playing with the freedom of black people. That's not something you play with.
Did you make a call when you saw that?
Nah, I didn't. I haven't talked to him in years.
Years?
I don't have that access.
Oh.
Access is
I get it.
It's key.
I get it.
But if there was something that I wanted to say, I would figure out how to make that happen.
Were you disappointed when you saw it? Given your background?
Nah, it's not even about disappointed. It's about like, it's a game. They play that game. I don't play that game.
There's a lot of games being played.
No, let's be specific. Don't skip over it. We're talking about politics in the United States.
Okay.
I don't play that game. I'm not caught up in politics. I'm no black activist on a so-called scholar's dick. I came through with the woo and drop math and versatile freestyle bombs and phonograph and deliver all things in numbers and weight. Search to death on how living things relate. Because at a young age, I was molded in a religion I relied on. I got caught up in superstition. Scared to split poles, duck black cats. Once in a while, I threw salt over my back. But with knowledge of self, I'm off the shelf. It made things that seem complicated now small like elves. So turn off the lights, light a candle, have a seance. Pull a hood off the demonic scandal. Wishes, warlocks, spooks, and holy ghosts. RZA, let's defraud the host. That's why JayZ is my favorite out the woo.
Yeah, shout out to JayZ. Shout out
Genius.
to JayZ.
Incredible.
We work from a different level. Because we understand what the system is. You know what I'm saying? And I also understand working from a system where, like, when my man became the head of a city, I was like, oh, I get it. And The Wire makes so much more sense. So a city only got a certain amount of budget. Let's talk about Newark, New Jersey, where I'm. And at a certain point, we was working under Krispy Kreme. I don't mean no disrespect. What was the fat boy name? Christie.
Christie.
Doug Christie.
I mean that in all disrespect.
Doug
I mean that. No. If he can stand up and talk about us the way he do, I mean that in all disrespect to him. I wish, I know it's on YouTube, so I ain't gonna say what I want to say, but I mean that in all disrespect to him.
Fair enough.
Now, you put somebody that I know, whose father is one of the greatest revolutionaries that ever walked this earth. And he's now the head of a city. And we have a budget. So what's gonna happen? We're gonna fix the police, we're gonna fix the schools, we do both of those, and then you're gonna call me when it's potholes.
Right.
In the wintertime. We had a stat that nobody talk about. In the year 2021, no police officer discharged
their firearm.
At all. That's a stat in Newark, New Jersey. In 2021, not one police officer. This is what I'm dealing with. This is what we talking about. My friends set up 24 hours apiece.
Hot, shout out to Hakeem. Word up, shout out to Hakeem.
For these 2 days, can we make sure nobody get killed? We bring everybody to the hood. But that's the real problem is like, y'all talk this, but when we really get to the action, it's not that easy. This is The Wire. This is why you watch that. This is why when Carcetti, he just said everything to the police and he get in and they be like, yo, it's a $50 million deficit with the schools. What you gonna do? What my people really going through right now? So what we gonna do? This is why, again, I was reading this book, and I don't even mean to call a brother name out, Kehinde Andrews, you know what I'm saying? Back to Black. I'm reading this book. And I'm like, I'd rather you just point the kids to the people you got the information from, because you ain't putting no new information in here. You talking revolutionary, but talking from a university. We actually doing it. Get in the mud with us. See what it feel like to meet all these kids and their parents and like, what are you talking about? That's when so I'm not worried about the like little internet things, I'm worried about that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all talking to Raz Baraka like, what you expect them to do? It's not an unlimited budget. Not an unlimited budget, bro.
And this is the stuff that...
No, this is the black people who really care about the hood, but it's like, what are we asking for? We asking for us to be control of us. And then once we get to that point, then we start picking them apart. He ain't do this, he ain't do that. Yo, it ain't that easy. This is why you watch The Wire. This is why you see.
No, you just went 360. You just came back around because this is what you were talking about in the very beginning.
Right.
You said, I don't really think about the little music stuff in this because I have my mind on bigger things.
My mind is on something. When I make music, it's fun. When I be like, I want to go to Africa and shoot the Dogon, I know don't nobody care. But that's what I want to do. They don't even understand what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
The Dogon is who figured out Sirius. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's another star that's out there. And it's us. It's us in West Africa. Because my question was, as much as people focus on Egypt, what was going on in the rest of Africa when that was going on? So then my aunt, God bless the dead, she used to be in the summertime, she was a teacher. In the summertime, she used to make money, she would be the person that was speaking. If you came to DC and you got on the thing that took you around,
Oh, tour.
The little tour.
Okay.
She would talk. You know what I'm saying? And she'd be describing like all the things that went on. And she'd be like, you know, Benjamin Banneker designed this whole thing. That's not in the script.
She's just throwing that in.
You know, a black man designed this whole city. And then Benjamin Banneker is from the Dogon. So then you go to the Dogon and you be like, oh, okay, cool. They figured out the stars before everybody. You see what I'm saying? Then I go to read the Dogon and I'll be like, okay, what's the book you go to? Okay, the Pale Fox. Okay, this is a French person who came to Africa, stayed there for like 30 days, asked a bunch of questions, and you gotta translate from their language to French. Then the French gotta be translated to English for me to read this book. You understand the point I'm
making? A lot
making?
of bullshit in there.
Yeah.
A lot of changed language.
A lot of changed everything.
Playing a game of telephone.
But this is explaining to you the stars so that when you see kids playing a game where it's like 12 little holes in there and they moving these little seeds around, it'd be like, no, this is not just a game. They're explaining how the universe works.
Constellation.
So you could take the mystery away from it.
Were you making that trip?
You could take, you know, right now it's vicious over there right now. It's vicious. Yeah. They killing. It's vicious. But that's another thing. I could tell you because of the combination of like, yo, I'm in Tanzania, I'm in South Africa. I got a scholarship in South Africa. I could tell, you know what I'm saying? That's our connection to being home. At what point did we stop being African?
Good question. Good question.
It's not a mystery. Yo, the same amount of money that costs you to go to London, it costs you to go to West Africa. I've
You
been
said
there.
at what point did we stop being African?
No, at what point did you stop being African? That's a real
point did we
question.
start?
When I would say when Mandela came over here and didn't claim,
No, it's way
claim
before
nobody.
that. It's way before that.
Before
way
that?
Before that. Way before that.
Okay.
I'm
At
asking
what point
you
did you start?
when the planet started. How
But
old is
that
the
wouldn't
planet?
be African, that would be Earth, wouldn't it be?
No, absolutely. How old is the Earth?
That is a debated
See,
thing.
now,
If
so
you
that-
ask
now
me,
we- now we
I would
going-
tell you it's a little bit less than 6,000 years
Nah,
old.
4.5 billion years.
Yeah, but that's something that you read in the encyclopedia. If you
Carbon dating is not an encyclopedia,
If
Big.
you deal with the scripture tells you the Earth is less than 6,000
But
years
then
old.
how old is the moon? Because then it's a whole bunch of...
If you deal with carbon dating.
actually tell
Carbon
you
dating-
the same thing.
All right.
I could tell you the exact numbers.
Google it.
I can tell you the exact numbers.
The exact numbers based on
Carbon dating. Yes.
Right?
Yes. It's
Okay.
science. It's a science.
Right.
It's not a guess. I can prove it.
Does it match the way they measure how old the moon is?
No, what I'm trying. How old do you think the universe is?
I couldn't tell you, bro.
It's
I
unconceivable.
don't-
No, it's not unconceivable.
The universe?
Yes, the universe
You
itself.
just said the Earth is 4 billion years old.
Yes.
Right? So if you take 100 years in comparison to 4 billion,
You're not listening
Alright,
to me.
just
So look,
from
look.
this
You're not
to
listening to me. You're not listening to me. You're not listening to
if
me.
you
What
look
I'm
at the
telling you-
galaxy, it's
what I'm
like
telling
a-
you, what I'm telling you is not a question.
It's a...
I don't disagree
It's a
with
fact.
that. But the number is too ridiculous.
No,
I
it's
don't
not.
even-
It's not too ridiculous because you got to open up your mind. Do you know? Right? There are more stars in the universe than there are grains of sand on
Yes.
the Earth.
And then the stars we've seen been dead for billions of years. We're just
Exactly,
seeing
'cause
the
that's
reflection.
nature. That's nature.
I understand that.
Right.
The stars we seen been dead before the Earth was
This
created.
is to give you a perception of what you're
more
talking
than that,
about.
bro.
Yeah, I can see conceptual
Hold on.
It's a bunch of bull.
Hold on.
How is it bull?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me stop.
Look,
Because this is the,
you can't.
Stop.
you can't.
But this is the point that I'm trying to get to.
No, I get where you're going with it.
That you got to understand exactly where we are. Bruh, if you don't understand where you are, realistically, you're never going to understand time. You're never going to understand that.
In the concept of time, what are you really focusing at?
What I'm focusing on is the fact that if you talk about 2,000 years, right? Let's take 2,000 years. And you compare that against billions of years.
It's not even on the same scale.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm coming from.
How old, and this is something I would ask Bigger, how old is the Council of Nicaea? When did that happen?
Go ahead. You could break it down. You could break it down to the people.
Yeah.
Not gonna say
You don't know.
This say you don't know.
I agree with you.
He don't know, nigga.
Look, man.
This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Wait. Time out. You say I don't know.
No.
I'm saying about time, Bigger. I wasn't saying you don't know. I was saying about time.
No, we talking about time.
Yeah.
We've officially stopped talking about music.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we have. This is important. Please, I sat here the whole show. I let y'all do y'all thing.
Yeah, no,
you know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? I be quiet. Let me say what I need. So, couple things I need to. A couple things I need to hit on. All right. You mentioned something earlier about what he said, and that had something to do with what was it? We originally started this out with. You said that like the wellness. Originally, you said that you want to get the wellness of the people or something like that.
I want to say.
No, I think I said, so this is where your mind is this is why music is a small thing, because you're focused on the bigger
Right.
pictures and stuff like this.
Yeah, all right.
Is that what you meant?
No, but it was something different. It was
No, but Bigger, get him to your point. Like, don't skip over
no,
it.
we
Yeah.
can skip that.
Yeah.
All right. The main thing I wanted to say is, all right, so the poisoning the well. That's what
he was talking about Ye. He wasn't talking about Jay, he was talking about Ye.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This is what I want to hit on. The poisoning the well. All right. You mentioned my name when you said that. You said you thought that's what Bigger would come with. So this is why.
Because I love.
You watch.
Yo, no, absolutely. What, you crazy? Yeah, of course.
And I respect that. And I respect that for me to sit here and for you not to get the full Bigger understanding.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would be wrong.
Yes, sir.
All right.
No, Bigger man of God. I know who you are.
Exactly. So,
of course.
I like that.
I need y'all to listen to this.
Go for it.
There is no man that could poison the well. That is so beyond us.
Thank you. I agree with Bigger.
The poisoning of the well comes from something so much.
Thank you, Bigger.
So much beyond.
I didn't know we was going to agree, Bigger.
Something so much beyond the man.
I thought we were going to argue.
We are all victims, truly.
Of the well.
Thank you. Know what I'm saying? We are all.
Do you understand what he's saying? Okay. Let Bigger finish his point.
Let him finish on this earth. This is the reason why Jesus Christ had to come to the earth to save you, because you are a victim.
Victim of what?
Oh.
Why would you?
No, let it go. This is good. If you just listen and stab back. You said name them. And that's important. But who we going to name? Again, we wrestle not against flesh. We wrestle against principalities and high places. So who are we going to name? Lucifer, Satan, Legion. Now, if you get demonic control over you, that demonic control can work through you. And you could do a whole lot of evil things. But you are a victim of that. So the poisoning of the well comes from something so much deeper. Now, this is what's important. How does that poisoning of the well happen?
Misinformation.
In the goddamn music, in the movies, and all that bull crap that you listen to that is negative, that go inside of your mind and poisons your mind.
Way before that.
It's more than that.
Your mind.
It's more than that.
It's way before that.
That's what they're saying, and I don't disagree. I'm talking to y'all. The poisoning of your mind is what happens. You must renew your mind to a new mind, to have the mind inside of you that was in Christ Jesus. You must renew your mind. As long as you put, your mind is like a sponge. As long, whatever you let it absorb goes inside. So if you're listening to hip hop music that's talking about shooting and killing, watching a wire that's showing you murdering and blasting people's heads off, and not putting positivity back inside your mind to reinforce the positive thing.
That's
Stop. Bigga, do you know how much murder is in the Bible?
There you go! That's
do you know how much murder
with all the crazy stories in the Bibles, you're gonna kill hip-hop music?
Poisoning the well. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And
I went to Catholic school for 12 years.
I do.
So what Bible
Ain't
story?
nobody been to church more than me.
So what Bible?
What are you talking about?
Pause out. Pause. Pause.
Well,
You just
how many
interrupted
people
me.
in this room?
Wait, this is important.
Oh, we talking
I just want to do
I don't want to get
Let Bigga finish. Let
He
Bigga
just
finish.
interrupted me.
Then you can go. Let Bigga finish.
No. But you did that on camera.
I got you.
Tell me one story you talking about.
In the Bible?
One story.
What about Samson? What about that?
Old Testament.
So it's what?
So do
Old
I
Testament is
do I
wrong?
need to? Yes, it is.
Well,
And if you study the Bible,
wait.
and if you study the Bible,
But the
you
New
would already know that they all died before Jesus.
tell you something,
Without the promise.
Yes. So you follow?
We follow
which Bible?
the disciples.
The disciples.
The disciples after Christ.
You follow King James version?
Again,
Yes or no?
I want it on record. I got Bigga
yes
the
or no?
hypest.
Do you follow King
Now,
James?
Either
We
way,
could go
bro.
on.
What are y'all talking about?
We could
Peace
go
and
on.
love, yo.
We could go on.
No, we talking here, man.
Yo, one of these
This is
days,
passion.
one of these days,
Peace
I'm gonna
and
just,
love.
man.
Never heard Bigga yell before.
I got
No, but
Bigga.
we
I got
getting it.
Bigga
This is how we.
excited.
It's
No
all peace.
disrespect for cutting you off.
It's
I
all peace.
apologize.
It's
Yo,
all
listen,
peace.
listen.
I got
People
Bigga the
heard
most
what I
excited
said,
ever.
and that's
Listen.
something that people often
Listen.
mix up. They always go to the Old Testament to try to say, "Oh, the Bible this, the Bible that,"
It's
not
a
even
foundation.
understanding the Bible.
It's a foundation.
That's not my. I'm listening. They
Can we
arguing.
They
talk
all
about your
died.
merch?
They arguing.
Can we talk about the
Without
merch
the
you got?
Yes. But don't.
When you and
don't-
Jose putting that?
Don't skip over Bigga.
Hold on, because I want to say something. Because whenever there's a dispute like this, everyone has different understandings, different layers. I believe a lot of these layers are connected.
In terms of what?
Some people would say the Earth is this old, and
No, I can prove to
you
you
would say
guys.
no. But this is what I'm saying. There's pieces that people don't connect.
Yeah.
Like, you read the Bible in English, you might not get the layers of what it was in Hebrew. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You read it in Hebrew, you understand the earth had a different shape. So it existed, but it had a different shape. It's a whole lot of, so both things are possible now. If you think of, okay, had then it was formed to this or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We could tell by the shape of the different continents that at one point it was together.
No, that was called Pangea.
Pangea.
Right. So,
That's
but this is what I'm
when
saying.
the whole thing was together.
Right.
So here's my point, Math.
Mm-hmm.
If you grow up as a revolutionary, right? What's your key goal? What's your end goal? Your end goal is that you want the best for your people.
Right.
And you want to bring everybody together.
Right.
So there has been a lot of years of me in a room with 5%ers, Nubian Islamic Hebrews, Christians, atheists, whoever it is.
Yeah.
And when somebody like a Hakeem Green throws something and he's like, yo, the whole thing today is about gang violence in Newark. And we're gonna come together, we got the mayor here, we got all these other people here, and we're gonna figure out how we can help this. You know what happens? We get into what just happened. We start talking philosophies. And we lose, the point was gang violence in Newark.
Right.
So what is that thing that would allow Bigga, me, it's like my brother,
Yeah.
you, him, my cousins, everybody to come together and say, we're gonna be one. Is there that one thing that allows us to leave everything at the door and say, what do we do for these children?
Love.
Yeah, right here. Right here.
Love is the only
You
constant
just hit
thing.
the whole thing.
Love is the only one.
But it causes you to drop everything at the door.
Yeah.
So whether or not that's NOI, whether or not that's the gods, whether or not that's
Christians,
Muslims, whether or not that's Muslims, whether or not that's people that are studying Ma'at,
right?
Whatever it is.
Satan worshippers?
No, not Satan worshippers. Definitely not.
They live for a different cause.
Definitely not.
But
I'm
deep
pointing
down,
no,
there is no about love, right?
Bigger. What I'm talking about is getting to a point of when we get to a point of saying, who is us? You know what I'm saying? There's a point where it's just like we could respect your thing. But at the end of the day, this meeting is about stopping gang violence.
Right.
How can we, as grown black men, come together and say to our
let's
community,
save these kids and not argue.
That's all. And every time, this is the reality again. So this is my retort to when I'm watching The Wire and I see, and I'm just like, you know what? It's not about the murder and the violence. It's about the reality of the situation.
It's systematic.
Season 1, we present you with who these people are. Season 2, we present you that none of this comes from our neighborhood. It comes from the docks.
Right.
Season 3, I present you with politics. Season 4, I present you with, these young black boys.
And how it affects.
No, hold on. They don't start off as killers.
Right.
What happens from the age of 10 to 13 that turns them into the killers? And season 5, I present you with media. So I'm analyzing all of this to say, what is the thing? Because we all have this thing that says, we want our hood to be better. That's my point. And for years, I have sat in meetings and talk about we need a dialogue. We didn't know we need to fucking act. And we need to drop our egos at the door. Period.
We have to change ourselves in order to expect something on the outside.
I agree with you.
Right.
Yeah,
This is
I agree
something
with you.
that I just
However,
told my son.
one thing I learned is you can meet people from any walk of life.
Mm-hmm.
And if the base is positivity, you should be able to find a connection without looking for a
It
difference.
sounds good, but it's very hard. Because when we get in there, one of the things that's what I'm trying to tell you, that my ego don't come into play, because what we do as a people, we get into mental masturbation.
Right.
Who knows more, who's what, this doesn't sound right, and this don't. What does that have to do with you right now stopping the violence of what is going on? That's what I'm concerned about. So I don't care if I know more than you, I don't care if you know more than me.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, what stops him from killing him? That's what I'm concerned about.
Well, I learned at a young age, I'm not gonna argue for none of my friends that's not gonna speak for themselves. And that's why I don't argue religion.
I don't publicly, but it's like my respect for the show. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like, that's the whole thing. I don't do it publicly, but it's also a thing where I'm like, we're gonna have to deal with that.
Yeah.
In order for us to stand in these rooms, and until we see that point, what are we doing?
What's the difference between?
No, I'm asking on a real level, because I don't have the answer to that, because I've watched it for 20 years.
We're doing the same thing we're asking the kids not to do. Argue over their differences, fight over their differences.
Same thing I've done for 20 years, and I'm like, bro, I don't have the answer to that. I wish I did. If I did, it's the answer to $1 million question. And I don't mean $1 million in terms of like money. I'm talking about $1 million question in terms of like, this is the thing that stops us.
Recognize the separation. It's always a game of separation. A Muslim might as well wear a blue flag and a Christian might as well wear a red one. Same shit. Think about it. Where we going from here?
Home.
Merch and home. Merch. Senior.
Oh yeah,
Your merch.
yeah, we got the you know, once Hov said it, I was like, I never been really wanting to like doing all the merch. You know what I'm saying? But once Hov said it, Hov ain't hit me and was like, yo, we gotta do merch out of this. I was like, you right.
I need one of these.
For the VR.
You see that?
I need that.
So we hit the where we at go.
Where we at, go?
You know what I'm saying?
You know which one you can do? When he said bring the drums in.
Yeah.
And you have the
Bro,
drum. With,
I'm with all suggestions.
I'm going to send him all the whole.
I'm with all suggestions.
For the VR, guys.
Let's try this one, go.
You know what I'm saying?
All that.
I'm with all suggestions. Because I do start to see what, like, that's the internet, man. It's just like, some people be mad at it, some people like it, some people be like, I'll be like, it is what it is for business.
Right.
And I've trained minds to be like, let me just follow the people I like, whatever they put up. That's it. I don't like how other people react to it, but it is what it is. It's part of the thing
Culture right now.
And you can't fight the technology.
You can't fight advancement, period.
Right. That's how people communicate at this point. I don't, but at the same time, I'll be a fool to be like other people don't.
Right.
Because then you're just missing out.
You look up one day and you don't understand what's going on in the world.
At all.
Yeah.
Even if you disagree with it. But you'll be a fool to not recognize that it exists.
I think that's the beginning of getting old.
No, I love being old. I've always wanted to be old.
No, you're not old, you're grown.
You're grown.
I'm almost 50, bro. I love being old.
It's called grown.
When I say
It's called grown.
When I say old, you ever notice when people retire, they start to die?
Mm-hmm.
It's because they
But I
stop
never got to
refreshing
retire.
themselves
I never
every
got to
morning.
retire from the thing that I do.
Right.
Look at my idols.
Which is
They
why
did it to death.
Which is why you're not old.
They did it to death.
Right.
Which is why you're not old.
James Brown literally did it to death.
Charlie Parker.
Michael Jackson, Charlie
Prince,
Parker, Prince, they did it to death.
Gregory Hines.
To
Aretha
death.
Franklin.
To the day I die, I can still get to do the thing that I want to do. And at the end of the day, I'm trying to tell you, like, if somebody would have said, yo, your destiny is picking up cinder blocks and like doing, okay. No problem. Guess what? I'm grateful. I get to do music for a living.
Yeah.
I get to mix people's records and create songs with Smoke DZA. And like I told you in the past year, these many people have called me to be like, yo, make my song sound right. Or the West Coast, you know what I'm saying? I'm out there and it's just like, it just happens. And I get to mess with Jay Stone and it's just like, nah, that's honoring Nip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Nip passed and it's just like, Jay Stone, my dude. I'm closer to Jay Stone than I was to Nip. Nip, I got pictures with him, you know what I'm saying? But I'm closer to Jay Stone. So it's like, if I could carry on the spirit and legacy of Nip, and he would have wanted all of his dudes to like, that's why I mess with Jay Stone. It's my guy. You know what I'm saying? So, we only got so much time.
Yeah.
We only got so much time. And then it's the legacy, you know what I'm saying? It's the legacy of what you leave. What did you do while you was here?
Might as well do it to death.
Yo, I swear to God, I walked into my cousin's house today, and my niece, she was just like, hey, I ain't seen you in a minute. And I'm on the floor with her, playing with black, you know what I'm saying, dolls and all.
That's what it's about.
That's what it's about.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's
no
about.
doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So if our music could do any of that, or like the lessons that we learned, or like
the lives we live.
Yeah, but it's also to correction. I think a lot of that is what. A lot of my coming on this show was like trying to talk to BIGGA. It's like correction. Like, yeah, we did the wrong thing. I admit that. But we trying to correct it.
Right. And that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
And you
the
did
wrong
ask
thing.
a
Yeah, we
question.
did the wrong thing, but we trying to correct it.
And you asked the question, this is for everybody, because I wrestle with this and I respect everything you're saying so much. You've been asking this the whole thing. So Jesus said, and I know you don't like this map, and you know what I'm
No,
saying.
Bigga, talk your truth. Forget math. Talk your truth,
about
Bigga.
Jesus.
I don't
Bigga, talk your truth.
All right, yeah.
I don't like to argue.
All right, and I'm
That's
never
what I don't
arguing
like.
about Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm stating Jesus' facts that people don't like.
Yeah,
it.
talk your
You know what
truth.
I'm saying? Now, Jesus told us something, and he answered this for us. He said, I'm going to give you this. Treat your neighbor as yourself.
As yourself.
If we could get that figured out,
Right.
it answers what you just
So
said.
then,
Also, the Book of the
hold
Dead
on. Let me get
asks
to
the
a
same
point. We
thing,
get to
too.
a point, Bigga, where it be like, what do I do? Because this is the ultimate battle. And I'm going to ask you this as an ultimate battle. What happens when that person don't love you? I'm a black man, and this person don't love me. So this is the ultimate question. This is the Malcolm Martin question. This is the boys, like Booker T question. This is, if you want to take it to comic books, this is the,
Professor X.
Professor X and like, what happens when I know that person is trying to kill me? What do I do?
What do we do, Bigga?
That's the question. Because this person is trying to kill me.
What?
That's the revolutionary spirit that we were born in and we were raised in. Hold on, Matt. Before our revolutionaries was like, no, this person is trying to kill you because your skin is black. What do I do? Do I pick up a gun? Or do I follow what they said and love them to death? So my person that loved them to death got killed.
All right, so
That's my question.
Right.
So it's always that balance that we always trying to do. And I'm not saying which one is right or wrong. I'm saying that I've seen it from every angle.
all right, I'm going to answer that because this is great. I wrestle with this every day. This is stuff that everyday thing that you wrestle with.
Yes, sir.
Because I believe in this scripture, no matter what I personally feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I have to, lean on what the scriptures say. And Jesus is very specific about, if a man reaches to slap the right side of your face, to turn and let him slap the left side.
And I disagree with that.
I understand, but it's so much deeper than that. So when I study the scriptures, it says that the evil one, when you are under God, the evil one can't do nothing to you. So now I even more so understand the cross. I understand the death. I understand the disciples' death. And when you study the scripture, it's glory. Because the only person that could take your life is God. You know what I'm saying? So if it comes time for my enemy, you know what I'm saying, my inner me, to take my life.
Yes, absolutely.
That is coming from the Lord.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And all things shall be worked out, whatever is going to happen is going to work out for the good of the Lord.
I appreciate it.
And when I hold that in my heart, you know what I'm saying? I already know. And first of all, if it's meant for me to die and they meant for me to kill me, it's going to happen.
What if it's meant for you to kill them, Bigga?
It ain't nothing that could stop that. You know what I'm saying? If it's meant for me to kill them, I don't have to. The scripture says my enemies will come upon me to eat upon my flesh and tumble and fall.
I get what you're saying.
I'm not the one in control. That's another mistake that we make. We think we in control.
No, I was just asking you how to react.
What do you
how to
do?
react.
And
so for us that's trying to fight, and we like, yo, you know what? If you say to me, my people in South Africa, they was just supposed to take that. And allow people to just kill them and beat them and da-da-da.
like Martin Luther King.
Yeah,
stuff
like
that.
anybody across the world, all the revolutionaries that we've seen across the world.
Now, if it was ordained by God already, what could we have done to stop it if it was something already preordained?
I'm not asking. I'm asking
about the protection aspect of
about you saying to someone, you know what? I'm a chill and I'm not gonna do that. We would never got the Haitian Revolution. We would never got the Mau Mau. We never got Che Guevara. We never got Malcolm X. we'd have never got that.
Same thing with the people who gave their lives. If the people,
of course.
People, and I think about that all the time. Like with Martin Luther King, we look at that whole situation like, oh, everybody. Because when I was a kid, I hated that. I despised that. I would never let nobody beat on me, spit on me, and do all that. But now when I became a man, I understood. Oh, the people around the world saw this. They saw us not fighting back.
But also bigger.
That right there.
At the same time, I'm asking a question
for the revolution.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and this argument has been presented before, right? Where it's just like, yo, let me say it in the most respectful way. Martin Luther King represents love, and we've seen that. But is it not idiotic to let someone spit on you, to kill you, when you can defend yourself?
I gotta say this. Sometimes the example that you set can lead people in the wrong direction.
Okay.
And action is more truthful than the words that you speak.
Absolutely.
You dig what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
I think that's how you end it right there, B. This guy. Oh my God. It's been a great episode.
No, it was one of the best. One of the best.
Wonderful episode.
Gunshot.
Definitely, bro.
Who had us here like 5 hours?
Yo.
Y'all cut that up how y'all
Any
want
words?
to. No, I just want to say to the people that I want y'all to really understand. No, hold on, before, and make sure you get this. Make sure you get this. No, hold on, before I got,
sit down. Cool.
It's like, my expert opinion has grown to a point where y'all need to recognize that this is better than TV. So, you gotta understand that our opinions have never been heard before. And this right here, the barbershop, is the black man's it's almost like our social club.
Country club.
Where we could come in, we could have discussions, we could have ideas, and we could build with each other, and our children could see us, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Understanding each other and talking to each other. I think that's one of the greatest things that y'all did, man. That's like, people, please understand why this is the fastest growing podcast in the world, and it's almost shameful to call it a podcast.
Thank you.
It's a show.
It's a show.
It's beyond that word.
It's a show.
It's been beyond that.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. It don't cost you no paper.
Unless you a motherfucking hater.
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.